It's the Bob and Tom Show. Whoa, whoa.
Hello, Put-in Bay and all the ships on Lake Erie.
Christy Lee will be along with the news. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick. Get the guitar out, Pat.
Josh Arnold. Hey, Chick. There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and we'll have a very special presentation from Josh Arnold a little later this morning. Well, I mean, it's always a special presentation. You're exactly right.
He's a thorough and generous lover. We all know that. And he also, I walked into the green room, and I explained to some of the fellas, I really have to urinate, to be quite honest with you.
All right, sir.
I'm just simply too tired to get up and go there. And Josh came over and offered me his coffee cup.
Yeah.
And I explained that's the one I pissed in an hour ago.
You know, that
forgot to rinse it.
That's a guy. That's a good guy relationship. It's the same thing as like, can I borrow your car? And they just toss you the keys. They don't say anything else.
So let me get this straight. You're too tired to walk 15 feet to go to the bathroom.
I got up super early this one. I've been here.
I have said this. Will you take this and go pee with it for me and then bring it back?
Yeah, I'm just
tired. I want to get up. No.
I'll get it together shortly. Right now.
We can have somebody, we can play a song or something so you can go.
I'm okay.
All right.
I'll be all right. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Shouldn't hold that in. It's bad for your bladder.
Yeah, I think it.
I had a urinary tract infection one time. We were signing albums. I waited too long. Boy, did that hurt. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Awful, painful. It was like Tom Hanks in the prison movie. I always get mixed up with the other prison movie.
You're thinking the Green Mile.
Green Mile. Yeah, not Shawshank, the Green Mile.
God, he falls to his knees.
Oh,
and
he's sweating.
Yeah.
By the way, is that true, the story of that Stephen King never cashed the check for Shawshank?
Oh, I hadn't
heard this story?
No.
I wish he would have liked that movie better because I think that's one of the best ones that they've done from any
I think that movie would have been done much better if it had a better title.
Yeah.
The title, people don't know what it is. And
Shawshank Redemption?
They even shortened it.
It's off-putting.
Yeah. It's Rita Hayworth in the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, really?
In the book, yeah.
Great movie. But I read
I haven't seen it.
I read a long time ago that apparently Stephen King was paid, I don't know, whatever, a certain amount of money for the rights to the story, and for whatever reason, and by all accounts, he's a great guy, if not the greatest guy of all time. He apparently just decided not to cash the check, and he framed it and sent it to the producer a few years later and said, good luck or something.
Huh. Yeah, he does a thing called Dollar Babies, where if you read a short story or something of his and you want to make a movie of it, they'll sell you the rights for $1.
Oh, my.
Yeah. He's very generous in that
He
regard.
is down to earth.
Now, when it comes to Warner Brothers going, hey, we want to make...
sure.
I'm sure he does.
He has a terrific book.
Yes,
It's
he
not
does.
really a biography. What is it called?
It's called On Writing.
On Writing, yeah, that's his life story.
It's magnificent.
Yes. Amazing. What was I going to say? Oh, I know. You mentioned Tom Hanks. And I think...
He's an American treasure.
I think we're going to... Are we going to do the Tom Hanks cocktail this morning? Is that
Yeah, I brought it all in. I had it yesterday, but
okay.
nobody mentioned. I even remember to bring cups today.
By way of background, Mr. Hanks is a type 2 diabetic.
Yeah, drinks a lot of Diet Coke, and he was at a celebration recently where they brought out champagne, and he apparently said, I'll have a shot in my Diet Coke. Champagne's high in sugar, too, so you don't want to drink a lot of that as a diabetic. And he really liked it.
So he's created this drink, and I believe he called it the Diet Cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it might be better to call it the Tom Perignon. So we're going to try it today.
Perignon.
Oh, yeah. What kind of champagne you drag in here?
Not that. I brought
Why
it.
not?
Because I'm not spending $150 on a
Get
bottle
off
of
your
champagne.
wallet.
It's, you know what? It's not the $150, but it would have been fun for me if you would have driven to Champaign-Urbana, Illinois, and gotten Diet Coke or champagne from the Champaign region of Illinois.
I almost had to drive that far. I went to a local convenience store. They had no Diet Coke. I told Josh, I don't know what was going on. I bought the last 2 bottles of Diet Coke in the whole store. It was weird.
No, okay, is champagne the one that technically has to be from
France?
the township of
East side of New York, yes.
Okay.
Prosecco's from Italy, I believe. I like Prosecco.
The champagne I brought is from Alsace, France.
Well, they make Worcestershire sauce there, don't they? Also,
They make all sauce.
You make all sauce.
So funny.
Wow.
I knew there was something there. I didn't know. I started it off though.
Ketchup, buffalo.
So,
Hot sauce, fish sauce.
so what is a prosecco?
Prosecco's an Italian sparkling wine.
It's
Okay.
very, very sweet, isn't it?
Not always.
And then what's
Can be.
in a mimosa?
Orange juice and usually Prosecco if you get it in a restaurant.
And
Champagne, it's supposed to be.
just a half shot of vodka. That'll get you there.
Christy learned me something yesterday.
What'd I learn you?
Yeah, you were a bit judgy, and it was fine. Perhaps I mentioned that I like I enjoy Asti Spumante. I think it tastes.
Wait a minute. No.
That
That's
was
the
the
Boone's
reaction
Farm of
I had.
champagne.
Does
It's not even
anybody
champagne.
Does
It's-
anybody remember Asti Spumante
Yes.
on ice?
Yes, so nice.
I swear,
It was their commercial.
I know it's not,
It's,
highfalutin.
no,
but I think I think it tastes delicious.
As Chick said, it's the Boone's Farm of sparkling
I think
wine.
Boone's Farm was delicious.
It may be great. That's the thing. You're allowed to like what you like.
What is cold duck? Does anybody remember that?
Yes, I got some once.
My grandfather
Pink or
used to
something.
drink that.
Yeah.
Cold duck.
Oh, they use all the parts of the duck when they manufacture.
It's all
they
booze.
render.
It comes
Yeah,
down to
yeah.
it. The point is,
Mostly
Mr. Hanks went on television and talked about this this drink, and apparently it's taken off as a viral. So we're going to try it: champagne and
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
And we haven't forgot the yaks. The yaks are on the way.
We are going to
being
eat yak meat, and,
Fresh yak.
and we have ordered the yak meat. It's being
I believe it's being de-bearded. as we speak.
shipped in. So
Yeah, you don't want-
we had a story about some loose yaks.
Got to get a butcher, got to get a barber.
They look kind of like buffaloes or bison, whatever. And we have been told yak meat is absolutely delicious by a number of our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gamey, and apparently it's extremely lean. So I'm looking forward to the yak.
Can we get a yak to just come graze out by the towers? Can we
Yeah,
get a
why
yak?
don't we have a pet yak?
I want a yak that we can just chill with, and I want to call him
Mommy
Terry.
and Daddy yak. Have
Yeah.
little yak
Oh,
babies.
we have plenty of room.
The reason
for
we
it.
can't have a yak out there is because if the yak goes maybe a little bit north, it's going to be hit by a garbage truck going 50 miles an hour.
Not Yak Efron.
Someone has to own a yak named Yak Efron.
Oh yeah.
How about Yak Efron, Yak Donalds?
Yak Prescott?
Yak Prescott?
Yak Prescott's very good.
If you're a Cowboy fan.
We're
That's a
off
good
and
time,
running.
Pat.
Now, are we doing the shoe in today?
Yeah.
By
or
we, I mean you.
tomorrow. Whatever day you want, today or tomorrow. You
Okay,
act
and,
like I am in charge.
Huge NFL numbers when it comes to
The television.
viewing, literally off the charts. We'll get to that. But right now, I thought a real quick song from Pat Godwin. Pat, we had an unusual story yesterday. There are allegations from those in the know that watch North Korea carefully, including a famous professor in South Korea,
No-co?
that apparently Kim Jong-un is having what they are calling a midlife crisis.
Send him a vet. He'll be fine.
A Corvette.
Yes.
Yeah, with a missile launcher on it. He'll be happy. But he is apparently drinking, and they're saying his wife can't stop him, and he's put on a bunch of weight. And they're concerned that obviously when you're a despot and you're a desperate despot, we don't want another Putin.
Help me, I'm desperate.
With someone who is for no particular reason is shooting missiles at apartment complexes with kids in them. But Kim Jong, apparently, they say he's been very lonely and isolated. It's
Good.
It's weird. But you have a tribute?
Yeah, sure. Un is the loneliest leader that you'll ever know. Un's an isolated one. He's the cruelest leader since Saddam and his sons. Un is sad because Dennis Rodman won't visit no more. Kim Jong only drinks in his room cognac and wine till he cries on the floor. 'Cause Un is the loneliest leader. Un fell down drunk, he's a bleeder. Un is the loneliest leader that you'll ever know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Un.
Oh, what a nice tribute. Now, is it true that he some of his like uncles or something. He had them executed standing up against walls, and he had them shoot missiles at them.
That's what they say.
I don't know about the missile part, but whatever gets it done, I guess.
There was the uncle that was killed in a Malaysian airport, I believe.
Girl singer.
That was the one with the
poison.
It was a poison that these young women put on his face, and it killed him like 5 minutes later.
The weird thing about him, he went. Apparently, they don't even know how old he is or when his birthday is. He apparently went to a boarding school in Switzerland or something with an assumed name, and that's where he became this huge NBA fan. That was the whole Rodman connection.
He does like the association. That's for true. Yeah.
Do you think, because if he's watching that era of the Bulls, he sees Michael Jordan first. Did he call Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and they said no to hanging out with a dictator?
Probably.
He got down to Rodman.
God, that's a great question.
I'm going to call Steve Kerr after this, see if he's got any ideas.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Rodman could have been first call.
Yeah, he
might have gone, man, I don't think those other guys, hey, call the guy that wears a wedding dress. See,
he looks
if
fun.
any one of these guys says yes to coming over here.
I don't know, maybe give a call to John Stockton. He'll probably call.
Why drag John Stockton into this?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll find out.
Oh, come on.
We have a lot to get to today.
Yes, we do.
And you'll enjoy it that much more if you can hear it in great audio. And that's where we get love letters about Raycon earbuds. And Chick McGee's the guy that brought them to my attention years ago.
Dear morning crew. Every night when I get off of work and everyone is asleep, I sit and I think and I ponder and I put my Raycons in and listen to that day's show. Right now, I was doing my nightly routine when Tom said, I bet the bagpipes gets her so moist she slips out of her chair. Of course, I spit out my ice cream all over the new blanket my wife just bought.
Could we have some context? We were talking about Christy was saying that women are much more attracted to musicians, according to a scientific study.
Yes,
and
it wasn't my study.
It depends what I think Willie said, tuba players, maybe not. I said, the bagpipe guy, I don't think the women are going to too moist. I'm sorry, what does this have to do with Raycon?
2023 resolution number 1, get a pair of earbuds by Raycon. Premium audio at the perfect price point. You got to go with the Raycon. Everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever with optimized gel tips that fit every ear ever manufactured. Raycons also give you 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and they're priced just right. So nice. You get quality audio at half the price of other premium audio brands. And I ain't even mentioned 3 customizable sound profiles that are available. And Raycons have over 50,000 5-star reviews. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon purchase. One more time, buyraycon.com/Tom.
And one of the cool things about them is they instantly hook up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They sync almost out of the box.
Yeah, which many others don't. Now, coming up, we have a lot of interesting stuff going on in the world today, including cheese lovers, something very, very important.
And we didn't have enough of this yesterday. Yep, we're going to revisit that.
All right.
We have news about Shaq in the news.
Shaq Fu.
And there's a horse in the back of your car.
Have you seen this video?
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
And it's a real horse.
Yeah.
And it's a sedan.
In the back seat?
And is it alive?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And,
wow.
it's going through a drive-through.
We'll
find out about that.
Apples?
Production assistant on The Godfather. I didn't know.
A dog's always funny in a car, but a horse, hilarious. And the oldest person in the world in the news.
Okay.
Might want to get the sad music out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
And a good morning. I'm Mark Allison. It is Thursday, January 19th. On the way, Chick McGee's shoe-in of the week as the NFL playoffs continue this weekend. Also, Jess Hooker will be by with a little bit of surprise for us. It could be champagne and Diet Coke, the new drink Tom Hanks has come up with, or perhaps yak steaks. Last time I checked with Miss Hooker, the yak steaks were on delay. So it could just be champagne and Diet Coke today, and that's fine. We will get the yak steaks in. Those have been ordered. Also, our West Coast Mountain correspondent Al Jackson will be joining us with a quiz for Tom Griswold. All on the way on a Thursday, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A hope-for boom in Chinese tourism over next week's Lunar New Year holiday looks set to be more of a blip, as most travelers opt to stay inside China if they go anywhere at all. From the beaches of Bali to Hokkaido's powdery ski slopes, I don't know. The hordes of Chinese often seen in pre-COVID days will still be missing, tour operators say. It's a bitter disappointment for many businesses that were hoping lean pandemic times might be over for Beijing, relaxed restrictions on travel, and stopped requiring weeks of quarantine. Still, bookings for overseas travel have skyrocketed, suggesting it's only a matter of time until the industry recovers. Authorities say actor Julian Sands, who starred in the Oscar-nominated film A Room with a View, has been missing for 5 days in the Southern California mountains. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said Wednesday crews are using helicopters and drones to search for Sands. He was reported missing Friday on a trail on Mount Baldy. The ground search has been suspended since Saturday because of dangerous conditions and will be resumed when it's safe. Sands starred opposite Helena Bonham Carter in the 1989 British romance A Room with a View and had major roles in the films Arachnophobia, Naked Lunch, and Leaving Las Vegas. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I'm dating a guy who checks all the boxes. He's literally perfect, very hot, great job, but he has 2 divorces and 4 kids, so he literally has no money.
Oh my gosh, he has no money.
He checks all the boxes. You're okay.
No, he's not perfect if he doesn't have what you want.
She can't stand watching him hand over his money to his past
Children.
family, otherwise known by many as paying child support.
That's hilarious.
Being responsible.
Chasing good money after that.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
The Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Comedian Renee Hicks has joined us in the studio.
Morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Quite the sportswoman, I can
Oh,
tell
yes,
from your
yes. And we were talking about the WNBA. I just want to know, like, will there be, like, feminine hygiene commercials, like, sponsoring it? Because I think those things got to go. They're just too damn nasty. I mean, they got to stop. They got to stop talking about women's genitalia. I mean, and these women talking about douche. We don't do that, men. We don't go to the beach talking about douche.
You don't?
You know? No, we don't. And see, I never want to see a black woman do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know they would have her just acting crazy, just walking along going, oh, girl, I ain't seen you to... Damn, Shaniqua, is that you stinking like that, girl? Well, you need to douche your nasty ass. There's a whole family of seagulls following your nasty ass. Damn. So I don't ever want to see that.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
The Detroit Pistons, former champs of basketball. I have so many souvenirs, it's hard to list them all. I have piston pants, I have piston shorts, I have piston beer mugs, sometimes people don't even notice. I have piston ashtrays, I have piston shoes, I have piston basketballs, when I dribble they do too.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
afternoon.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Put her face on. There we go.
I'm
Hi.
trying.
All right. Okay.
I still have one more step.
Climbing the... How many steps are there?
You
A
look
lot.
lovely, Christy. You don't have to do anything
Thank
else
you.
to your face.
I have to put mascara on. I don't have that on.
Baby pretty now. Remember that?
Oh.
Whatever happened to Baby Jane? Betty Davis and Joan Crawford shoves her down the stairs in her wheelchair.
Rough.
Hi, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Coming up today, comedian Al Jackson. We'll have Jess Hooker in here, and is she going to be responsible for making these champagne cocktails?
She can. It does.
Just gotta mix them up. You gotta
It's, once again, in honor of
I'm gonna get drunk
Tom
with them.
Hanks, whose new movie is called what? Otto? O-T-T-O?
Yeah, man called Otto.
Okay.
He's a curmudgeon.
And
Cute little movie.
Oh, you saw it?
No.
Okay. The point is, there's a drink that he has developed. Mr. Hanks rather has developed this drink. It's a champagne and Diet Coke. He is a type 2 diabetic, and we're going to give it a shot. See what it tastes like. That'll be fun. And we also have the shoe-in of the week coming up. Chick McGee's famous sports picks show. And we also have some other things coming up in the world of sports. Some music from Pat Godwin.
And the rumor is on this week's shoe-in of the week, of course, our fabulous Big Green Egg Mini-Max giveaway has ended, sadly. We'll be back next season. But today, I believe Tom and I are going to step into the octagon. He's going to pick against me this week.
Wow. I think it maybe should go against Willie, someone who has some actual knowledge.
Well, I'll take on all the Griswolds. I don't care.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
It takes 2 Griswolds to beat a McGee. We all know it.
Okay. Maybe 3. I'll get Sam on it. He follows
Sam.
it.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, not Sam.
He's tough. He's amazing. He's so smart.
But Willie puts his money where his mouth is, you see. Willie enjoys the gaming, if you will.
Can we bet $5? I mean, can we?
5 jelly beans.
Or is that illegal talking about it?
Are you going to bet on that Gronkowski kick?
I do not think so. But
Can you?
It's a first-time offer, I think. It needs new people to FanDuel.
Is that in the Super Bowl or in the Super Bowl?
In the Super Bowl,
It's in the
yeah.
Super Bowl.
Explain how that works again.
If he makes it.
I believe you just make a $5 bet on anything. Any new $5 bet on FanDuel, it will put you into a pool. And if Gronkowski makes this kick at halftime, then you can be one of the people in the pool and possibly win.
Okay, and then is Gronk kicking at the actual stadium in Phoenix, or is he going to be
I
elsewhere?
believe so, but I don't know the distance on the kick.
Gronkowski has a training montage in the latest FanDuel spot for his kick of destiny, is what they're calling it. I like everything so far. And if you participate in FanDuel, you get. If he makes the kick, something happens, and if he misses the kick.
But I'm confused. Is it
of course, yes.
at the actual stadium, or is it elsewhere?
I would think he's at the actual stadium.
Because don't they have to move all the sets in for who's the halftime? Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Yeah, another.
Maybe he does it between periods.
Rihanna's great. You don't like Rihanna's music?
She could walk in here and I wouldn't recognize her.
Who do you
I'm
want?
sure she's fantastic.
Gorgeous.
Oh, my gosh. She's beautiful. She sings amazing. Great hits.
What classic rock artist would you?
No, I don't care. I don't know who she. I'm just being honest. I don't know who she is. I don't know. I'm not sure.
You would know her songs if you heard them because I guarantee your kids listen. Your
There's a
girls
great Rihanna, Kanye West, and Paul McCartney song. It's really, really good. I think you'd like it.
Okay, well, I'll give it a shot. Or watch the Puppy Bowl. I'm not sure.
Puppy Bowl.
We have.
There's a Trey's in the Puppy Bowl this Puppy Bowl go around. He only has 3 legs. He's the cutest little guy you've ever seen. Yeah,
Sweet dog.
Let's see a running back in the NFL go out there with just 1 leg. See how he goes.
There he goes, Hoppy Jefferson,
What's
another
the
first
one-legged
down.
kicker? What is it again? In an ass-kicking contest. What is that? How does that go?
Brett Maher. You mean the guy who missed 4 extra points? Hey, we talked about this yesterday. And we had all sorts of theories. Motoring is cruising, what we would call cruising when we were young. I was younger, looking for chicks and dudes. This is from Kevin.
Hi, Kev.
Dear idiots.
Oh, hi.
Does not exclude
I can
Christy.
be an idiot.
There
That's
we go.
fine.
I'm about the same age as most of you yahoos.
Okay.
So I, too, spent some of my formative years being subjected to Sister Christian. I thought I had finally erased that audio turd from my memory, only to have you idiots rekindle the horror. Possibly the stupidest song ever recorded.
That is not true.
Now it's once again stuck in my head. Thanks, Radio Bozo.
I think it's a nice melody. It's a nice production. I think the lyrics are absolutely terrible, but that's true of about a third of the songs in the genre, if you will.
Tire, actually.
Yeah, so sorry. We have some sports to get to, but also coming up, we have some interesting stories in the news today about some world records and the oldest person in the world.
Oh, yeah?
Is in the news.
Well, we might want to do that story.
Okay,
quick.
Want to get it out of the way?
Well, we could. I don't trust her. I can tell you that.
Oh.
How old is this lady? Does anybody know?
Almost 119.
A French nun.
Mm-hmm.
Who is ironically named Sister Christian. Coincidentally named, really.
Who was believed to be the world's oldest person has died.
Oh. Motor and
scooter and...
So it's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late to do the story.
Yeah.
We'll keep reading.
Just weeks. You know, there's a fine line from having fun and being an adversary. He jumped right on me, didn't he? Just weeks before her 119th birthday, Lucille Randon, known as Sister Andre.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
She named herself after her brother, which
Sister Andre.
Very confusing.
She died at 2 a.m. on the 17th. It was a slight drizzle outside. Mm-hmm. The world seemed to stop for just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Asked
Except
about
for
her...
the coughing. Lord, the coughing.
Actually, this woman survived COVID.
Asked about her exceptional longevity after surviving 2 world wars, she told French media back in April that, quote, working makes you live. I worked until I was 108. Sure, after the 70 to 108, I didn't get much done. But, boy, I worked. I worked hard.
Some might say I was in the way more than anything. But, by gosh, did I work.
I was sick of my boss telling me,
worked.
if you got time
she
to
does
leave,
the Lord's work, and you are insulting her.
Clean.
She took 12 years off. From 108 to 119, she was just being lazy the whole time.
Exactly.
Sitting on her behind, not doing
When are
it.
you going to get off your ass and help me, lady?
We have some audio. Here it is.
I am tired.
Okay, thank you.
Here comes Sister Boy's name.
Hey! The Genterology Research Group, they study Jaren, which validates details of people thought to be 110 or older, listed her as the oldest known person in the world after the death of Japan's Kane Tanaka at the age of 119.
How do they prove it?
They have a birth certificate, I bet.
There's no way to print those up anymore and age them and make it look like it's an older birth certificate. There's no way you can do that.
If you see a picture of her, she looks all of 118.
Okay, yeah.
Well, they can't cut her leg and count the rings. That's not going to work.
Well, they can now.
Well, they could, I guess.
She don't feel it. She's dead.
I mean, the lesson here is look what you can do if you don't have kids to worry about.
Oh, my
This is a serious question. Can you carbon date people?
You must be able to.
Because you can carbon date a bone, right? I think.
Teeth?
We are carbon-based entities, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
I don't know. It's a fair question.
That's a great
I
question.
would have liked to have met this lady, Christy. I bet she had a lot of wisdom.
I bet she did, too.
I bet she was
a very sweet old lady.
delusional as the day is long. She thought Woodrow Wilson was still president, even though she lived in France.
French.
We need to establish this League of Nations the boys are talking about.
By the way, I'd like to add one thing, said Lucille. I slept with Charles de Gaulle many, many times.
She did.
It was good sex. I mean, really good sex.
Does your article
You
say
are making fun of a nun.
Good sex. So much for that joke. Ain't got none, ain't getting none, ain't expecting none. Oh, he threw it out.
Did you have my story says she did mouth stuff with Ernie Hemingway in the Ardennes Forest. Do you have that as well?
I heard that. And I really like
I am
the
not
term.
participating.
Yeah, I'm standing back, too.
This was before she was a nun.
Waiting for the lightning bolt.
Let me tell you something. I adore the term mouth stuff.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's very fun.
Especially for the French.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, they helped.
They invented it, yeah.
They really perfected it, didn't
You know, I dated a girl in high school once. She kissed like a a mason jar. She'd come at you with her tongue hanging out. It was no good.
That's my move. You don't like that?
No.
Too much.
I go tongue in first.
Too much.
I let you know what's happening. I give you the filet mignon for the appetizer.
No, Willie.
Just a little bit.
Too much.
So I'm sorry. So she's died at the
She was almost 119. She was divided that much.
118 and a little bit. Jean
gets to the pearly gates, and her parents go, "Where the hell have you been?"
However,
my gosh,
this is
finally we can eat.
You cut the turkey? A French woman who also lived in southern France died in 1997 at the age of 122. Her name's Jean Calmette. She's said to hold the record for longevity, period. End of story.
122 years old.
Also
That's a long time.
Boy,
my retirement's not going to last that long. Oof. I didn't plan for that.
Yeah, no kidding.
If you hit 122, don't worry about Social Security. There won't be any money left.
That's true.
You won't.
2079? I don't have that in me. I can't live to
God,
2079. There's no way. What the hell?
Well, we don't know what they're working on when it comes to
yeah, we had the mice story
cyber
yesterday,
biologics.
It'd be fascinating. I mean, half the teams in the NFL will have new names.
If technology...
And now the team.
Team A.
Yes,
Team B. Make no mistake.
No, we can't say Team A. That suggests that they come first.
Yeah. Just don't like each other.
What about Washington will be named?
Yeah.
Provided the technology exists, would you just be ahead? And your brain works, and you can converse. You can go out to dinner, provided your dinner guests have a bowling ball bag. You can go, you can do, but you're just ahead. Would you do that?
I guess it would beat the alternative.
No.
Can I get hair?
There's no way to.
Sure, we can give you a wig.
That's so funny. Would you rather have hair or legs? Answer the question.
Hair or legs? I think you'd rather have hair.
No, there's no way. I don't. I know a couple guys that take one of those very serious prescriptions for their hair, and the one guy was communicating, yeah, well, the only problem is I can't get an erection anymore. Really?
Yeah.
You have a vanity issue? You may want to talk to a psychologist.
It's a tough trade-off. I like my erections. Man.
They're fun. It's
even the private ones are pretty good. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
Private erections.
Coming up, well, I'm sad to hear that this lady is gone.
Yes, that's very sad.
Lived through 2 world wars.
Right to
Sister
heaven.
That's
Andre.
crazy.
And, I mean, I know this isn't funny, but she got COVID early on, and she did fine. She was like 112 at the time.
That's because the cigarettes killed it.
Well, you know she smoked.
French, you kidding me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
they come out of the womb smoking.
A French nun. Wow.
Puff, puff, puff. Give that baby a cigarette.
What else is happening in the world of sports?
The Buffalo Bills, we know how their fans are. They're rabid. They call them the Bills Mafia, right?
Yes.
Well, they are unique in the world of sports. They jump through tables. Of course, they dig the players out of the snow so they can make
Is this the butt luge people?
They can make a road trip. Well, members of the Bills Mafia also invite you to their home to watch a football game if you've accidentally hopped into the back of a pickup truck thinking it was your father's and arrive at a home you've never been to, but you both love the Buffalo Bills. That's right. A Buffalo Bills fan got a little confused following Buffalo's last weekend's 34-31 win over the Dolphins, and he had been overserved, so he was in the parking lot, and he looked at a truck that he thought was his father's, so he lifted the tarp up, jumped into the back of the truck, and went to sleep. Because he figured, well, this will. So,
I can't be critical of this because I've gotten in a car that I thought was mine that wasn't totally sober in the parking lot of a Home Depot. So
yeah.
The gentleman who drove the trucks woke him up. Are you okay? Of course, this is all on video. The guy said, yeah, I'm fine. Where am I? And the guy said, I've got a better question. How did you get in there? He goes, I have no idea.
Oh.
Were you at the Bills game? And he goes, yes, sir. Well, come on in the house, and you can call your parents, and they'll come pick you up.
Oh, that's very nice.
And then he said, by the way, I know I've been kind of a pain in the ass stowing away in your pickup truck, but do you have a charger? So he charged his iPhone. You see, this is the NFL. It brings people together.
It does.
You're darn right.
I'd like to think that they're going to get together every now and again.
How old is this fella? Does it say?
No, it doesn't say how old he is, Christy. Thanks for asking.
That's a fair question. Thank you, Christy.
Well, call his parents to come get him.
Well, he could be anywhere from 18 to 38. Remember when you moved out of your house? You
Yeah,
lived with your
18,
parents?
never looked back.
I don't believe that for a second.
Really? You don't believe
38.
that?
No.
This is a nice, happy story. Because this could have gone, all deliverance on the guy.
You mean all gimp on the guy? Put him in a box and a rubber suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, we wouldn't be doing the story.
We might.
Oh, we'd have done
if
the
he
story.
were missing.
My goodness.
Still no leads on that man who disappeared after the Buffalo Bills game. Bring out the gimp.
Some huge ratings for the NFL last weekend. We'll be doing our NFL picks coming up.
Me and Tom against each other.
No, and then Willie G. I'm going to let Willie pick.
I don't want any part of Willie.
No, because he knows what he's
what
talking about. You're out of my lane here. So.
I've been going with Chick all season. I've made a little bit of money. We're pretty lucky this year.
We'll see. That's all coming up. Also coming up, Christy, what have you got over there?
Oh, we have a lot of stuff. We have a stolen tractor in the news. We have a couple that went viral because they locked themselves in dog crates. We have a horse in the backseat of a car.
That's fun.
In the drive-thru.
That's very fun.
You like cheese, do you, Josh?
Sure, who doesn't?
Possible gig for you if you're a cheese eater.
What's your favorite cheese? Like a cheddar, like an American?
I don't know.
Havarti?
That always throws me when they ask me what kind of cheese when you order a cheeseburger.
Why?
You just said yellow.
Well, American cheese is on the cheeseburger. That's it. End of
They
story.
have white cheddar.
Okay. Well,
So
yeah.
say
I'll
that.
have to give it some thought.
I think your neighborhood would have white cheddar.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll discuss cheese coming up for you cheese lovers. Right now, I want to discuss Valentine's Day. It's just around the corner.
Yeah, like 24 days away.
Is that close? Well, you're not going to need 24 days if you follow my advice right now. You go to IHateStevenSinger.com. It's the newest addition to the roses, the 24-karat gold dipped roses. There's a whole family of them from Steven Singer. The new one is called Perry, as in periwinkle.
Sounds like Ogden Nash came up with the color.
Yeah, periwinkle. I wouldn't know what periwinkle was. However, I know what it is looking at this.
It's like a purpley blue color. It's
kind of an indigo, violet, bluish, but it's gorgeous.
And when you've got a hold of it, and right before you reach, it turns like that periwinkle.
Oh, my gosh.
Color. That's periwinkle.
What? Can you read about sports over there to yourself?
I'll read it myself.
Steven Singer disavows the previous 12 seconds of this discussion. IHateStevenSinger.com. Find out about the 24-karat gold-dipped periwinkle rose. It sells out every year, so you want to get yours now. Would you say 24 days till Valentine's Day? They're collectible. I know a big fan of those happens to be Josh Arnold's mom. So, Josh, you want to get on this today. Order them as low as $59. And, of course, the free lifetime guarantee from Steven Singer. He's got all kinds of great stuff in the world of jewelry. Real jewelers, of course, real diamonds. In this case, real roses dipped in 24-karat gold for your real love. IHateStevenSinger.com is the place. Once again, it's IHateStevenSinger.com. And tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Get those orders in before 2 o'clock Eastern Time. They go out the door today. Now, also coming up in the news, we have bow and arrow stuff, kind of, in a weird way. And someone is comparing doing something to the equivalent of secondhand smoke in your office. Wait till you hear what it is.
Okay. Is it music? Secondhand music?
No. Josh will be throwing something at someone, as will Ace. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This NFL season, every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. Listen in the NFL app, on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
We have time. Let's get a song out of Mr. Hay.
Yeah.
Colin Hay is our guest. What do you feel like playing, Colin?
Something I know.
Okay. Yes. Well, that'd be good.
I know most of my songs. This is an old song which I like. I'll just play it, eh?
All right.
How about that? I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep, and possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations. I know we'll be all right. Perhaps it's just imagination. Day after day, it reappears. Night after night, my heart beats the sheets only brings exasperation. It's time to walk the streets, smell the desperation. At least there's pretty lights, and though there's little variation, it nullifies the night from overkill. Day after day reappears, night after night my heartbeat shows the fear, and goes to beer and fade away. I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep, and possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations that I know will be alright. It's just overkill. Day after day reappears, night after night my heartbeat shows the fear, and goes to beer and fade away, goes to beer and fade away, goes to beer and fade away.
Wow. Colin Hay.
Economic crisis. The Treasury Department projects that the federal government today will reach its legal borrowing capacity. It's an artificially imposed cap that lawmakers have increased roughly 80 times since the 1960s. Markets so far remain calm as the government can temporarily rely on accounting tweaks to stay open. Messing with the books. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, who was one of the first members of her generation elected as a national leader and became a global icon of the left, announced that she is leaving office after 5.5 years. Fighting tears, Ardern said she had given my absolute all, but didn't have, quote, the gas in the tank needed to serve another term. February 7th will be her last day as Prime Minister. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Essential morning radio all day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Life's too short to hang out with a bunch of ass bags.
That's the one. I love that song.
And we're way too young to waste precious time with dickweed. And you'll know one when you see one, 'cause he'll look a lot like me. Life's too short. Dun, dun, dun. Life's just way too blank and short. Life's too short to hang out with a bunch of ass bags.
Good Lord, it's sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on a low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
ZZ Top.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Had an unusual story this morning, kind of a sad story. The person they believe to be the oldest person alive.
Going back to that, okay.
Is a nun from France.
Yeah.
And
a nun from France.
She died almost 119.
Just weeks away. Bless her heart.
Yeah, she indeed survived the coronavirus a few years ago.
Tough old bird.
Yeah.
Charles de Gaulle's mistress.
That's false. She took the COVID test recently and tested negative. Although she was pregnant, funny enough.
Wow.
It's a shame.
That's weird.
Move down but it reminds me, I was
about immaculate. Oh,
yeah.
Would the baby be old, too?
I think someone of that age, you would give birth to a grown-up. Yes, yes, absolutely.
How you doing? Very, very difficult.
Hey, I'm here, everybody. I'm here.
I said cesarean.
That's not my mother.
I'm Sicilian.
Now, I was Googling around and I stumbled on this story. Speaking of French nuns,
Yes.
this is a great story. I'd forgotten about this. Joan of Leeds, a 14th century nun who, according to recent research, faked her own death to escape from a convent.
Yep.
And the professor, Sarah Rees Jones, who uncovered all this, said that the nun left the convent to, quote, pursue the ways of carnal lust.
Yeah, she had it in for some guy. She wanted him.
This was in 1318.
I need that D, she yelled as she escaped the nunnery.
That's right.
According to the professor, she had crafted a dummy in the likeness of her own body and then had no shame in procuring or getting it to be buried in a sacred space.
Oh, yeah.
At the cemetery in the convent. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That somewhere along the way, someone didn't realize there was a dummy in the casket. But then she was on the run.
Just goes to show you what people will go through just to get
laid.
Laid.
Little action.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm trying to. Here's her name once again is Joan of Leeds.
Okay,
not nearly as popular as Joan of Arc.
No, not nearly.
All right, so it's kind of a cool story. But Pat, do you have a tribute to this?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Stuck inside this convent.
Oh!
Thank you, Linda. Feels like forever. All right, that's enough, Linda. Making love to no one. Oh, since God knows when. I'm through. I'm a hot mama. What should I do? If I ever get out of here, all I need is some fun each day. Having sex is a rarity. I could be such an easy lay if I ever get out of here. If I ever, come on, I'm out of here. Well, I quit the habit with a mighty dash. Left a dummy in the bed. Kissed the first one, said to the second guy there, they think that I'm dead. Done on the run. Done on the run. To the sailor man and the bartender Dan. It's time to have some fun. I am a nun on the run. Do me nun on the run. Nun on the run.
The true story of sister shows her ankles. And once again, pursuing the ways of carnal lust.
That was back in the 13th century?
It was in the 14th century, so it was, it was
1500 something?
No, 1318.
13. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had it
the wrong
backwards.
way.
Yeah.
1318.
Wow.
Wait a minute. So what time is it in London right now?
It is
It's 5
1998.
hours different than Eastern time.
Speaking of sisters,
Yes.
you know what I need, right? This is an email. Dear fellas and Christy, good morning. I was listening to the replay on the 24/7 yesterday and heard you guys talking about the song Sister Christian. It reminded me of my wife and I when we first met.
Aww.
After a couple dates, we were driving home from a party. The radio volume was cranked and Sister Christian came on.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the first chorus, out of nowhere, I started belting out, "Boner head."
Of course you did.
What's your price?
All right, maybe you should stop reading.
Wasn't that one of Lynch's first films?
Of course, instead of motoring, we were laughing so loud we almost had to pull over.
You're meant for each other.
This has become an inside joke, and whenever we hear this song, we give each other a grin.
Aw.
And still remember that night.
Bonerin'?
We've been married for 17 years to different people, but still, we think, no, they're still married, and they're very happy. See, Willie, it can happen.
Was it Bonerin' or Boner Head?
Boner head.
Head.
Very good.
Very funny.
I thought it was boner in, like the act that one would do. When
Okay,
But boner head is good, too.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
I have an email here. It's very, very nice. Hey, Knuckleheads. You know, one of the best additions to the show ever.
Oh.
Chick's fart button. It's funny every single time.
Every single time, this guy said.
But the best is when Chick does it a bunch of times in a row just to anger Tom.
It's funny.
Keep up the great work, Chick.
What fake name did Chick use when he wrote that letter?
I beg your pardon.
Okay, there you go.
I have no knowledge of it.
Coming up, we have more world records. We have a fascinating story about a horse in a car.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Just a small sedan, actually.
What do you call farting at home? Is it like, I did a boo-boo?
I tooted.
A rooter tooter? You ever say rooter tooter?
No.
Rooter tooter?
What do you say?
Oh, rooter tooter.
I hope you say, excuse me.
Okay, typically we'll walk outside.
Wait a minute. You don't walk outside here.
No. Or just enough so whoever's behind you, like Agent Orange, you get it on your clothes, you got to go wash, do a load of laundry.
Coming up, we have tractors in the news. We've got a great story about cheese.
And we're going to get drunk, right?
And we're going to drink something based on a Tom Hanks theory, champagne and Diet Coke.
Yep.
He called it the Diet Cocaine.
He just,
I'm calling it the Tom Perignon.
And we're going to get a yak meat update from Joseph.
Okay, we'll look forward to all of these things. And we've got some more world records, too, and our NFL Sports Pick Show and comedian Al Jackson all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at
I love to say this. Chick, you are right.
I'm right.
Never hear this very often in this room, and I want you to get the accolades you deserve.
Well, I appreciate that left-handed comment. Go ahead.
Well, if you've ever suspected your cat might be plotting to kill you, you might be onto something.
Yep.
A new study from researchers at the University of Edinburgh shows many parallels between domestic cats and their larger feline brethren. The study rated domestic cats as expressing high levels of dominance, impulsiveness, and neuroticism, characteristics they share with larger felines like the African lion. House cats also have high levels of anxiety, insecurity, tension, suspicion, and fear of people.
And now we cut to a live view of the laboratories where this study was done, and it's just dogs in lab coats.
Whereabouts they should be removed from the face of the earth.
Just walking around.
I'm allergic to cats.
Really?
Yeah.
Sort of brought the show to a halt. There's a lot of.
That's sort of my specialty.
There was sort of some rumbling laughter, and I was just about to say something like, "Hey, the cat looks at the owner and goes, 'You call me Mr. Grumpy again, you a-hole. I'm gonna kill you. I'm not Mr. Grumpy.'" So you're allergic to cats, huh? Then what happened?
Wow. Well, I didn't want to get away in the way of that Mr. Grumpy bit.
Attaboy!
You say?
Right back at him,
How
Greg.
many years is this taking? Give it back to him.
You're going to take that spider, huh?
Attaboy, Spider.
Try saying
Hey, Tom, why don't you?
Attaboy, Spider.
I am.
Are you allergic to crickets?
Come on. Don't be hard on yourself. The grumpy thing wasn't that bad. But I know when you're allergic to cats, like, here's the thing. I'm not staying at your house if you got a cat, right? It's hey, come stay with us. Nah, you guys got a cat. No, we got a room, and the cat doesn't go in the room, all right? First of all, he does, all right? Like, you guys, you're not that vigilant about those rooms. Just because every now and then you're like, hey, get out of there. That's not how allergies work. And even if you do have a room, that doesn't sound like fun, right? I'm going to go to your house, just sit in a room. Hey, what's going on out there? It sounds like you guys are having fun outside the room. Every time you slide the Monopoly board under the door, the pieces fall off.
Yep, you're allergic to cats, all right. Oh, God, that's great. Comedian Greg Warren, a man who is a fine wrestler and has an allergy to little kitty cats.
Well, what happens if you meet a girl that has, does that ever happen?
It has. And no. And it happened a while ago, and it had been a while, and I was like, I'm going to suck it up. I'm just going to suck it up. And the main symptom for my allergies is like my eyes just water like crazy, and I think she thought that I was getting way more emotional about sex. So I'm like, yeah.
What'd she say?
She's like, oh, I'm like,
it's
no.
only $50.
Yeah.
Give it back to him, Greg. Give it to him.
75 times. Doing all right. No, like, she's like, I'm like, no, it's my allergies. That's why. She's like, I didn't know that cats made you break out in hives too. I'm like, no, that's the sex. I get nervous. I get nervous.
The AFC Championship game in 4 years as an NFL starting quarterback. To make it 5 straight, he'll have to lead the Chiefs past the Jaguars in Kansas City on Saturday. NBA winners last night: Washington, Atlanta, Miami, Memphis, Oklahoma City, Charlotte, Utah, Denver, and Sacramento. Top 25 college basketball: DePaul upsets number 8 Xavier 73-72. Number 10, Virginia. Number 16, Auburn. Number 20, Marquette all win. West Virginia upset number 14 TCU. Seton Hall beat number 15 UConn. And Missouri upset number 25 Arkansas. And in the NHL, Boston, Colorado, Tampa Bay, and San Jose skate to wins in regulation. And Ottawa wins in overtime, beating the Penguins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, if I could just have a few minutes of your time, I'd like to speak with you today about the joys of water sports. Is this Bob and or Tom?
This is this is Bob.
Yeah, perhaps you already own a boat. However, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to upgrade your boat.
Shut up, Randy. Read the script all right. Upgrade boats. I want him to buy one.
I've almost got him, Donnie. Okay. The badass wave buster, beast on the water.
And tell Chick he looks thinner and he'll buy it.
You get a free tube if you're not a lard queen or like pork.
I ain't even gave my pager number, man.
Donnie, all right, I'm not going to do this anymore, Donnie.
Get back to work, Randy. You screwed it up anyway.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Wow. Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control more.
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
We were talking about something earlier, which is when you're on a plane Sometimes you don't want to talk to people. Sometimes you do.
I make sure that I have a headset on all the time.
See, I used to do that all the time.
I do the same, but I had a guy tapping on it.
No way.
Yeah.
Can you turn that down?
And I'm like, how do you ignore a guy tapping on your big headphone with the light on? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, so, and he just started the small talk, like business or pleasure. And I'm like, music. I'm into the music. So I had to kind of take him off and be polite, and it was very awkward.
All that.
Yeah. That's quite an invasion, I think.
It's
You
very
never
much
tap on
so.
somebody's headset.
Yeah, no kidding.
Plane's on fire, sir. Oh, okay.
That's your personal space. No one's supposed
I
to be
think
in
so.
there.
Was it John Candy? Because it sounds like planes, trains, and automobiles.
My dogs are barking.
Oh, my Lord.
Hi, welcome back to Bob and Tom Show. I'm Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, hi, Shaq.
There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Shaq.
You going to spin some wax for us, Shaq?
Let's pack up. My hands are so big I can't hold records.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
I'm just like you if you were 8 feet tall.
There's Josh Arnold.
Can I have a slice of that pizza?
No, it's my pizza. Give it.
Oh.
That's Shaq-a-roni.
Is that what they call it? Shaq-a-roni?
Yeah, it's really good.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
You got a wing place in Vegas.
A what?
A wing place.
Shaq has a wing place in Vegas.
What's the what? You know the name?
I'll have to double check.
I hope it's the Shack Shack.
Yeah, it's not the Chicken Shack.
Shack Shack.
Shack is a little old place where
You can eat wings.
Willie, if Shaq's dog is like small even for his size, it's gigantic.
Could we just...
Oh, my God.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
We're discussing this because Shaquille O'Neal has an alter ego known as Shaq Diesel. He has sold more than 1 million copies
Of what?
of his rap album.
And
And
this isn't rap. He's DJing.
You were right on him. Of what?
He's not rapping. He's DJing.
yeah, well, but I'm just saying he has in fact sold.
He's playing records, man.
Yeah,
How do you sell records if you're playing records?
No, in the 90s, he had 2 or 3 records.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
And plus,
And a hit movie.
Yeah, it was.
No,
was a hit.
a movie.
No. It won an Oscar, right?
Oh, boy.
the point
sound
is,
editing?
Kazam?
He's a wizard.
the point is, in his DJ persona of Shaq Diesel, he will be at the Indy 500 during the race in the so-called snake pit. So
I'll be there.
you're going to be there in the pit?
Oh, a huge crush on Shaq. Always. Yes.
He'd crush you.
I'd let him.
Die be crushed.
Well, it's how she wanted to go.
Have you ever seen him in person?
No, I haven't. We have a shoe. We have a shoe here in the hall.
Imagine
that's
a
supposed to
regular
have
person.
Yeah.
Except in every way, proportionally, they are larger.
that. Yeah.
He is the closest. I've said this many times. He's the closest we'll ever get to a real giant. He is
Massive.
bigger than you'd ever think he is. Yeah, he's gigantic.
I was in the front row at an NBA game, and he fell down right in front of me.
Yeah.
And television doesn't do him justice. You can't really see how gigantic he is till he's right there in front of you. You're going, uh-oh,
Yeah.
this guy's huge. But Shaq will be doing his DJ thing. So
We got to get you DJing. You think your dad could learn how to, mix the ones and the twos?
Is he doing like EDM music, or is he just playing like records that he would want to play?
I see him doing a lot of Allman Brothers. A
Okay.
lot of,
no one wants to.
CSNY.
No one would pay for that.
Why not?
He used to DJ back in the day.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't what this is. This is the electronic stuff, and you have to stand back and pretend you're fooling with buttons. Then you throw your fist up as you look at your
Pretend you're fooling with buttons.
You could do it. You could mix a little Olivia Rodrigo and and some horns. And
the problem is it's so boring. I would hate to be having to do it, let alone sit there and listen to it.
Oh, you get to watch the crowd? That's awesome.
What about DJs have like a series of buttons then they push, and sometimes it'll be like the song.
Oh, yeah.
What if you had a Hello There button and you could just, in the middle of an Allman Brothers song, in the middle of a Beatles song, ooh, I need your love. Hello there. Exactly. I mean,
Wait a minute, this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah, you could be having a lot of fun there, Pop.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, in any event, fans of that sphere of music can enjoy that. During the actual Indy 500, they're going to have a bunch of people out there.
Yeah, they've done that for the last few years. It's quite popular with the kids.
Good time.
Okay. Subtronics, Cascade, John Summit, and DJ Diesel.
I'm going to be the old lady out there. I'm going.
You know, you said all of those names like you were stepping in crap. You
Yes.
realize that, right?
Yes.
I just wanted
I'm glad you could tell my
You were
nuanced
just
pronunciation was effectively showing you my disdain.
Now,
I like a lot of how that stuff sounds.
You know, the Bob and Tom Show is a conglomerate. We have many, many interests. We're video. We've got a YouTube channel. Everything. Well, now we've got kind of a pseudo network where you're going to get to know the cast even more after shows and things like that. Now, yesterday was an amazing show, and Josh was the first one to be interviewed by Bob and Tom roving reporter after Josh made a particular comment on the air yesterday, and he was right out here. He was being interviewed, and it's available online, but I thought I'd highlight it right now, and here's what it sounded like.
I'm here with Josh Arnold, the Bob and Tom Show. You just had a flurry of lemur jokes in there. I mean, strong stuff I'm hearing. How did you do it?
Well, sometimes inspiration strikes, and you just got to run with it. I feel like the first was okay. The second one really hit, and the third floundered a bit. But we'll just have to see how the rest of the show goes. Maybe I can catch up, make up for it.
Do you feel your efforts were reciprocated with their responses?
I'll be honest. It's a trapeze act in there. I hang on, I swing through the air, and I need them to catch me. They let me fall. They let me drop a little. So, we're going to talk about this in the green room. I'm going to give them some words of encouragement, and I think it'll be better this next part.
But what I'm hearing on the street, though, this is a potential top 3 performance of yours, which begs the question: have you peaked on the Bob and Tom Show?
Why don't we just see how?
Hey, man, good game, man, good game.
The show goes, all right.
I think he's peaked. I think he peaked.
What were the jokes again? I'm not.
Oh, remember the lemurs?
A series of lemur puns.
Yeah.
Lemur children's books. That's what it was. Yeah.
Wasn't there a lemur? And,
a lemur and a beamer was the first one.
An animal that eats wood. What was that one?
Yes.
Leave it to beaver?
No.
Lemur to beaver?
Lemur to beaver.
Yeah. And then, of course, the story of the lemur who enjoyed. He got sexual gratification from having someone dump on his chest, and that book was called Cleveland's Lemur.
Yeah,
it's good. It was all good stuff.
Okay, good. Very good. Yeah. You can tell by the hearty laughter that it was very effective.
Oh, the dig in. That's
That's why the trapeze.
Okay, sorry. Back to the sports desk, please.
Bills and the Bengals refocus on their next matchup now. Buffalo's safety DeMar Hamlin has shown remarkable signs in his recovery. He's been out at the complex there in Buffalo the past couple of days. Of course, that happened on the field in Cincinnati a couple weeks ago. The teams meet in Buffalo this Sunday in the AFC divisional round of the playoffs. Bills coach Sean McDermott says his team has been uplifted by the sign of Hamlin starting to make regular visits to the team facility. And Cincinnati getting 5 this weekend in Buffalo. That's an odd number. You don't see a 5 very, very often. And for the first time, Tom, in 13 years, neither Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers are going to be in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Okay.
Isn't that refreshing, or is it sad? It's up to you.
Depends on who's your favorite.
A lot of great young quarterbacks out there. It'll be fun to watch them.
Jalen Hurts.
The song is Jalen Hurts.
Josh Allen. No, that's love. It
was Jalen Rose. But
Jalen Rose. It doesn't have anything because his name. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, and Patrick Mahomes.
My man.
He'll be in action this weekend. Rafael Nadal's manager, Stevie, says the 22-time Grand Slam champion injured his left hip flexor during his loss at the Australian Open and could need about 6 to 8 weeks to fully recover.
Oh, my left hip flexor.
How do you even? I don't even think I have a hip flexor.
Yes, you do.
If you do, you probably haven't flexed it in a couple of years.
Really?
Wow.
Really? Ironman triathlete? Really? Okay. All right. I see what we're doing.
Jake, if you want a little pick-me-up, watch him sit down or stand up.
Oh, yeah, just like this right here. I just would have pointed to the trumpet guy.
You've got your,
what is hip, and all of a sudden he just starts wailing on the trumpet.
Your lips held together like you do when you get really excited. You point your fingers. Yeah,
it's a great song.
That'd be the kind of thing he'd DJ probably, and he would explain it as the song.
Oh, of course.
I mean, break it up now.
What is it?
Ladies and gentlemen from Oakland, California.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You know the Tower of Power, a tremendous band.
He's just talking way too much. The lyrics in the song have already started.
To explain to kids what the word hip means.
I want you to move your hips.
The other day I said to my 6-year-old,
that?
"You realize I'm the coolest dad at your school?" To which she replied, "No."
Yeah.
So there that.
You are the oldest dad at their school. Got good numbers there.
I would argue if I could. If only Drew Hastings had a kid at
By
that
the
school,
way,
then
Tom,
he'd beat me.
Tom, well done, buddy.
Swimmer's still swimming, huh?
Okay.
Make that deposit downtown.
Well, I highly recommend you listen to the band Tower of Power. They're absolutely great.
Well, play my favorite Tower of Power song, or I'm not going to take a break.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain. This is a different aspect of their.
It's the ballad part.
You probably have heard this one.
Okay.
This was a top 40 hit
in the 70s though. So she probably had.
See, Chick Dixon.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. He would.
Ain't nothing I can say.
Look at this.
Shut up. Shut up. I feel so bad. Yeah. I feel so blue.
No horns yet.
It's so close to being a happy song.
I know.
It's so heartbreaking.
It's just like him.
Just nice guitar.
Is that what we're going to do?
If it means it's a me, what's getting burned?
It's so
We're going to set him on
It is.
fire,
It's so
Tom.
good. It is a good song.
Hear the horns, something nice. Don't you wish you could sing like this guy?
Oh, yeah.
I see Chick making breakfast, cracking eggs, kind of dancing
Here, come here. Wait. So you get the horn guys, then all of a sudden they'll put the horns down and go, "So very hard to go." Then the cool singer gets back up front. Breaks back into what is hip. Okay, very much.
Speaking of food.
Yeah.
Speaking of tasty foods, HelloFresh knows how busy you are. And HelloFresh said, you know something? We want you to try this. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the best offer ever. I'll give you the details on it, but the magic number is 22 for those 22 free meals as part of this special package from HelloFresh. What is HelloFresh? Well, the box arrives at your house. They have done the shopping. They have done the measuring. You put it together, stuff like the new fast and fresh recipes, falafel bowls or Southwest pork and bean burritos, ready in 15 minutes. Saves you a trip to the grocery store, of course, because they're buying in bulk. You're saving money. 25% less expensive than takeout, and you're doing restaurant quality food. Stuff like this, Willie. What do you got?
Check out the chicken stir-fry tacos with tangy slaw, green pepper, sriracha mayo, and crispy onions. HelloFresh sends you 10 ingredients. Put those together in 4 easy steps using only one pan. In 20 minutes, you have this delicious, colorful taco dish that you made at home with help from our friends at HelloFresh.
What kind of food are you into? Every week they've got several dozen recipes. I'm getting hungry. No, they should serve this right here while I'm reading it. I'm talking about snacks, appetizers, main dishes, and stuff, of course, for all those games coming up this weekend. Wouldn't that be nice to have some HelloFresh? Check it out, HelloFresh.com/BT Show 22. The 22, once again, standing for those 22 free meals.
22.
Plus
22.
free shipping. That's right. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 22. Enjoy some great food. And like the old commercial used to say, and I helped. Of course, that was for Shake and Bake,
Right.
which has nothing to do with this because we're talking about super quality restaurant grade food. Whatever kind of food you're into, even if you're like a vegan or you want comfort food or just nothing but dessert. There's a way to figure this all out. Go to HelloFresh.com/BT Show 22. Desserts in the news coming up. I want to get this in before Ms. Hooker has to leave. And also, we're going to be making the Tom Hanks cocktails.
Yeah, let's
Champagne and Diet Coke.
Let's get that running.
Coming
Yes.
up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Kostaki Economopoulos was our guest on Tuesday of this week, and he had some NFL jokes about the playoffs and Tom Brady losing to the Cowboys. Also, you can check him out at All Pro Lines on Facebook if you'd like to leave him a joke suggestion or perhaps fill in some lines on his jokes. That's what he does there on All Pro Lines. National Football League related for the most part, but you can check it out for yourself. What am I, your boss? Kostaki Economopoulos joins us again on Tuesdays. Sure, we're on Thursday today, and Chick McGee will be laser focused on the NFL playoffs. His shoe-in picks of the week coming up this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. A Santa Fe district attorney is prepared to announce whether to press charges in the fatal 2021 film set shooting of a cinematographer by actor Alec Baldwin during rehearsal on the set of the Western movie Rust. Santa Fe District Attorney Mary Carmack Altwise says a decision will be announced today in a statement which will be posted on social media. Snoop Dogg, Gloria Estefan, Sade, Jeff Lynne, Glenn Ballard, Teddy Riley, and Liz Rose have been chosen to join the Songwriters Hall of Fame. The class includes writers of such iconic songs as Man in the Mirror and Rhythm Is Gonna Get Ya. The 7 songwriters from the class of 2023 will be inducted at a gala June 15th at the Marriott Marquis Hotel in New York City. And Noel Gallagher of Oasis and his wife Sarah McDonald are divorcing. Apparently, Gallagher and McDonald parting after 12 years of marriage, 22 years together. They have 2 sons, ages 15 and 12. We wish them the best. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach. So I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. Look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4, what the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
It's the most talked about show on television, The Bachelorette, where 25 eligible bachelors try to win the hand of one single woman. And now, Bob and Tom Television brings you a new twist on this hit show.
She's 30 and single. She's...
What the hell do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Meet Linda Jackson. Now, here come the fellas. Say hello to Todd Williams.
Hi, Linda. I'm really pleased to...
Yeah. Next.
And here's our next eligible guy. Say hello to...
Hold it. Are you really going to say each time, say hello to Dick Ding Dong or whatever? Jesus.
Okay. Here he is, Jerry Peterson.
Hello, Linda. I can't tell you how happy I am to finally meet you. And,
Right. What do you do, Jerry?
Well, I own my own consulting business and...
consulting, eh? And when did you lose your Amway dealership, Jerry?
Huh? Sheesh. What a bitch.
She's the Bachelorette. She's single, pissed off, and is looking for money. Lots of money.
Hi, I'm Linda.
I'm Phil.
Yeah. Did you forget something?
No, I don't think so.
Any gift?
Gift? I didn't know that we were...
Bye-bye, loser.
Wow. Tune in to Bob and Tom TV and see why she's called the Bachelorette. She's on the prowl, and she's got...
Shut your hole and bring on the rich numbnuts.
On Bob and Tom TV.
Well, there you go. There's a show I'd watch.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Ball with the ball, the bang, digga, said the boogie, sit up, jump the boogie, say cowboy. With the top laid back and the sunshine shining. Sipping on gin and juice.
It's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it. Turn it up, Dusty.
Where are you from, by the way?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, small.
Sure.
Thugged out town. It's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
Small.
People like, stick them up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come over for dinner.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
A snake pit.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Sir Chicky.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Resplendent in flannel.
Thank you, sir.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
Rocking the chunky sweater. There's Ace Cosby.
I never heard that.
And in his gray Pacer hat. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you, Rob. We have
Hi, Tom. Welcome to the show.
Well, he finally got up to pee, so give him credit.
As you pointed out yesterday, we could use a couple of more troughs around here. The doors were all
Every
locked.
hole, every now and then, every hole has an ass on it. Every
hole has an ass.
Look who's talking to Mr. IP outside. I've seen you off the deck a couple times.
It's nice out today. You could probably have done that.
You know, Ace, it sounds like he waits for you and then checks you out.
The big deck.
Oh, it was so
Huge
thrilling.
deck.
I enjoy peeing off the deck here, but it's daylight. Check local listings. The larger point here is...
Welcome back.
I want to play something for Miss Hooker, who missed it yesterday. We had an interesting story about a bar in Nashville. You've been there, right, Christy?
Yeah, Tootsie's.
Tootsie's.
Absolutely.
And a guitar player, and I just showed you a little clip of this. This kind of a stout gent. He is playing a song, and he...
uses a Miller High Life bottle.
He
as
takes
a
a Miller
slide.
High Life bottle, and he's kind of doing a thing with the long neck,
Right.
kind of a slide guitar thing. Then he takes the bottle,
He deep throats it.
he puts it in his mouth, and then hands free throws his head back,
Chugs his beer.
chugs the beer, then takes the beer out, and then starts using the bottle as a slide guitar again.
Yeah.
And here's
Quite a trick.
Here's the little bit of it. Now, I should point out that you heard a little bit of slide guitar. Now that you're kind of hearing it, dun, 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 dun. This is
Right.
where he's taking the bottle and putting it in his mouth.
Sure.
Okay. He's chugging it. The crowd's going to race. Now he's playing. The whole time he's drinking, he's playing this.
Play something you know.
Now he's slide
Back to
guitaring
slide,
again.
yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
fun.
That is fun.
Doesn't he use the bottle? He just chugged to slide.
Yeah.
Yes.
The slide. Yeah.
If I was in the audience, I would have lost my mind.
Oh, yeah. It's a good time.
It's cool, and I told the story about I saw Alex Van Halen do this at an in-store thing, and Alex could not have been more fun and a nice guy. Some kid handed him a beer, and he shoved his arms out like this, like the cross, and threw his head back
That's
and chugged
awesome.
the beer. Crowd went crazy.
Is that technically a shotgun? Or is a shotgun when you stab the side of the beer and chug it?
That's what I consider a shotgun.
That's what I thought.
In any event, there's
call it
kind of a
shooting a beer.
there's kind of a coda to this story. Later that evening, this gentleman was
Why do
actually
you have to bring up this part?
Kidney failure?
no.
No.
His name, by the way, is Michael Chili Dog Castleberry.
That fits him.
He fell asleep.
Yeah.
Castleberry, one of the great brands of chili sauce.
Yeah. And the home of the High Life Fronton in Orlando.
Oh, Lord.
But he was actually arrested. Apparently, he was apparently asleep in a car, and I don't know. It sounds like he was overcome.
Well,
I'm not
he
sure.
just did 4 shows where he
Very tired.
It was pretty cool. Anyway, could you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
I heard you guys bragging about that dick from Blues Traveler. What, playing guitar while chugging a beer with
Well, no,
no hands?
it's Michael Chili Dog Castleberry playing the guitar. It's cool while chugging a beer.
Well, I don't even know why it went viral to begin with. Why it's coming so popular?
I don't know.
Because us boys in my band, the Pork Pistols, we do crazy stuff like that all the time, man. I still don't get it. Hell, it's probably only a Miller 64 anyways. I swear to God, that's women's work. He'd better pray the Bengals are looking for help, or maybe them two lesbians from Oasis are hiring on.
Oh, boy.
It's one time before I went on my Mountain Dew cleanse, I used to pound a Fireball just to warm up my vocal cords regular. Used to put out more heat than a devil's taint. I swear to God. Oh, and how about my lead drummer, Dusty Privet? Last year, he played a drum solo with a set of Cutco knives of one Valdalia onion.
Wow.
You laugh, but he did the locomotive trick on his snare, Tom.
Oh, nice.
I swear to God. Just like he did Benny Hahn is epic. Man, we were all in tears. My lead bass player, Todd Boner, if he hairsprays his rat tail good, he can make it hard and use it to point just like an English setter. I swear to God.
That's a trick.
I know. He used to call him Bird Dog Boner right to his face. But my point is, it ain't hard to go viral. Help me. You see my lead guitar player, Scotty Winkler?
Yeah.
He juggles 3 live scorpions while playing Eruption by Van Halen.
Wow.
Oh, really?
I swear to God, that went viral too, Christy.
Uh-huh.
You can see the whole thing if you Google GoFundMe. All right.
Well, speaking of drinking, during the break, I made you a Tom Hanks cocktail.
Do you want to give the background on this?
Yes, he was at a gala recently, and they
Gala?
Gala. They were passing out champagne, and he chose to take his shot of champagne and pour it in his Diet Coke.
Because
He's diabetic. Champagne's very high in sugar, and he was trying to be fun.
He's a difficult movie star.
No, he's not. But he ended up really liking the cocktail, so he shared it with one of the late night hosts. I don't remember which one.
Colbert.
Steve Colbert.
And so it's 2 parts Diet Coke, 1 part champagne.
Okay.
All right. So I have not tried it.
Ace is first. What do you think, Ace? What do you think?
Not bad.
Not bad, he says.
Well,
Can you
cheers.
taste the champagne?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Willie,
It's not bad at all.
Willie, your thoughts?
It tastes exactly like you think it would taste. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's just Diet Coke tastes worse.
You can taste the Diet Coke?
Yeah, absolutely. After.
It's mainly.
I think with the Coke Zero it would be more fun.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Josh? No?
I could use some more tomethazine if that's okay.
Is that what's in Diet Coke?
It can be if you want it to be.
I'd like to preface this by saying I don't care for champagne.
You don't?
Take a sip. If you don't like champagne, you're not going to like this.
Oh, I don't think you can taste the champagne that much.
No, it tastes like a kind of a flat Diet Coke, actually. A little bit. There's fizzing in there.
I get a lot of champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let me chug this.
There's no reason for me to ever. It's fine. I wouldn't
It's fine,
drink it.
but
I wouldn't drink it again.
I wouldn't order it out.
Yeah.
Okay. And he dubbed it, what was it again?
Diet cocaine.
Diet cocaine. And I prefer the Tom Perignon.
That's much
nice.
better.
I like
That's in
that,
honor
yeah.
of Dom P. Whatever.
Dom Perignon?
It's got a really bad aftertaste.
That's because of the Diet Coke.
Tastes like
I'm
aluminum.
no offense to the Coke people because I'm a big Coke Zero girl, but Diet Coke is not my thing. At the break, I'm going to try it with a Coke.
Coke Zero?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just want an excuse to drink more champagne?
Hell yes.
Okay. That's fine with me.
Thanks for bringing that in. I love
Drunk
it.
Christie's, fun Christie's, I remember. Yeah.
It's been a while since she's been out.
Let's do this.
Get her out of her cage.
We can give you a ride home.
I love the
I got a big day today.
I think I got some
Can't do it.
cigarettes in my car. Let's do this all the way.
I'll smoke a cigarette without any booze. Let's do it. Oh, I miss smoking.
I miss that glazed donut vodka we had that one
Oh,
morning.
no, you don't.
Man, oh, man. That
I
was
could go
good.
for a glazed donut, but actually, I'm sorry. So we return to the sports desk.
Hey, speaking of the Australian Open, which is tennis, that's right. Well, there's a player that has the perfect name for tennis.
What is it?
It's
Balls.
Love?
Balls.
Nettie Love?
Balls.
Katie Volleynets.
Is that
No way.
That's even sillier than anything we would have thought.
That's
How
like
about a pencil and paper
Is
or
that-
pen?
that sounds like a children's book.
All right, spell it.
Katie Volleynets goes to the Australian Open. Her name is Katie, Katie.
Yeah.
Volleynets, Vollynets.
Wow.
Wow.
She says, though, for the convenience of English speakers, she does pronounce it Volleynets. But she is she has Ukrainian parents, born in the United States. She's 21 years old at the Australian Open, looks swell in a tennis skirt. And she's number 9 seed. She's going to play Veronica
Yeah, right. You're close. Keep trying.
Cutter.
You got this.
Cutter Matova.
No, I think the N is before.
She reached the third round of the Grand Slam event for the first time. She says, I have a lot of cousins in Ukraine. And actually, they watch every single match. They usually write me, and I communicate with them. It's really special.
When they have power.
It's really a difficult time because the lights...
A bomb exploding in their apartment full of kids.
Going out and...
Oh, my goodness.
So Volley Nets is her name, huh?
Volley Nets.
Okay.
I wonder what... Well...
You wonder what?
Volnets?
Yeah, how it's pronounced in the Ukrainian.
Yeah, in the Ukraine. Volnets?
Good for her. A lot of guttural...
Go Ukraine. Good for her.
And... Stupid world record. Wait a minute. What'd you say, Pat?
No, that was Josh, but I would say I won blue jeans.
Oh, I got a lot of sadness.
No, I play tennis. Not a lot of sadness.
We'll just move on here.
Stupid world record. Another Australian woman has broken the Guinness World Record for the farthest arrow shot using her feet.
Oh, this is always fascinating to see these archers who use their feet.
This is a little bit different. She's doing a handstand.
Yes, that's so awesome.
Yeah,
she's doing a handstand and pulling the arrow back with her feet.
It's oddly sexy, isn't it?
Of course, it's sexy.
Yeah.
She's
really?
She's very attractive. You don't want to dig too deep into this because she's a complete case.
Why?
You just trust me.
She probably disagrees with
You
something.
don't know her. You don't know anything about
Well,
this.
now, wait a minute. Let's hear him out. She is a girl. Hang on. What's the problem?
You idiot.
Difficult. Doesn't know what she wants. Yeah. Okay, go.
Punch you in
You
the head.
started it.
I think she's a lot smarter than
Acrobatic archer Ms. Oh, what do we know about that, Tom? MS, period. Shannon Jones earned the record title after shooting an arrow 59 feet and 11 inches. That's right. Her name's Ms. Shannon Jones.
Here we go.
She hit the bullseye using her feet. That's right, while doing a handstand, as Tom explained.
Wow. Mrs. Jones.
Yeah, it was.
Me and Mrs. Shannon Jones.
I'm not prepared for this. Did you hear that?
Yep.
It's like Sylvester the cat.
No, sure did.
Did you hear Billy Paul say Mithlith?
Spitting all over the place.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, the mic's wet. You listen again. Here it comes. Mithlith.
No, he doesn't do that.
Dead on, Tom. You're dead on.
Yep.
Here, Tom.
No.
That's really what it's
That's exactly what it's
shining a light on speech impediments.
Oh, I see what we're doing. Now we just agree with them, so we'll move on?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's the exact idea.
Thank you. Yes. Hard being right all the time.
Jones said her successful attempt beat the previous record of just 40 feet. Well, hell yeah. She had 59 feet, it's almost 60 feet.
Wow.
And apparently she hit the bullseye, although there's a bunch of different versions of the story that don't all say that.
Well, look at the video. There had to be video of it, right?
No, the video function of the Guinness website's rather weak.
Jones told 7 News, who's on your side, that she grew up doing rhythmic gymnastics.
Ah, yes.
And as a teen, she got into circus work, contortion.
You guys laugh, but that's what a lot of the rhythmic gymnasts do.
Contortionism.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can't you get,
Cirque du Soleil?
Can't you be medicated for contortionism so you're not twisting yourself all up?
Kegel your member right off.
Yeah.
In any event, she does a handstand and fires an arrow. So I'm thinking,
awesome.
Jeremy Renner, he's going to be out for a while.
Hawkeye.
Oh, here she is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
it's impressive.
Yeah,
that is.
Holy.
Calm down.
Got on you. You're impressed by your athleticism, aren't you?
I am indeed. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
quite an athlete.
Works for Jeff Goldblum. He married a rhythmic gymnast.
She is quite an athlete. She's an archer.
Jeff Goldblum marries anybody who gets within 10 feet of him.
You know, Pat, this woman's also a wrestler. Have you seen her wrestle?
No, but I have seen her box.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. A little dusty in here, right?
Yeah.
Around the time she worked for the circus, she found a few videos of people doing foot archery. I wonder what she was looking for when she just stumbled upon foot archery and began to practice. And she has perfected her technique.
Okay.
I say she can shoot farther if she just keeps trying. What do you think,
Okay.
Willie?
So yet another world record. We have another world record coming up.
Yes, we do.
Also, we have dogs in the news, tractors in the news, and a lot of fun stuff, including something that might happen at your office today, and that there are people opposed to it.
Okay.
When do you find out what this is, Josh?
I'd like to see a dog driving a tractor. That'd be fun.
We have
They're in the
we
cab,
have a horse
straw
and a
hat.
car. It's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening.
A company called Yandy is selling sexy outfits online. Their latest Get Up, a new lingerie collection inspired by the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The line, called Morphin Babe Squad Lingerie Costumes, is comprised of 6 lacy outfits, including a high-necked sheer chemise, a cutout teddy, and bra and panty combo, so you can look like your favorite Power Ranger, ladies.
Nice. It's real hot.
That's it. Were there lady Morphin Power Rangers?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
The Pink Ranger?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I could never sit
The
through
Yellow Ranger girl?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was a combination of terrible storytelling and
That's
awful
like 20 years
animation.
ago. That
Red, blue, and green.
Yeah, it was in the 90s.
See, that's the thing. So this is for when he was a kid, he really liked it, and now he gets some.
Josh?
Oh, you think he imprinted on Power Rangers? I was too old for Power Rangers.
Now he gets 25-year-old Marcy to pop on the Morphin Power Ranger panties. That seems
More than panties, it's a whole costume, honey.
Yeah.
Man.
Christy, have you ever worn a costume for a guy in the bedroom?
Yes or no?
That's a yes. I see French maid.
Oh, my God.
French maid.
What do we think she wore, huh?
Well, I've got an idea, but I can't say it on the radio.
Oh.
That'd be a very...
No, I don't think you know. There's no way.
Give us a hint.
No.
merit badge.
A little hint. Come on. Girl Scout?
No,
Girl Scout?
no. All of you are wrong.
Okay.
Schoolgirl.
Nope.
Cheerleader.
Transformer.
I nailed it.
I've got it.
Transformer.
No, I was never a
I guess
transformer.
that'd be kind of a...
That'd be creepy.
A transformer. She came in, looked like a Buick.
She went out like
Coming in hot. Looked like a big Buick LeSabre.
Jason Hoffset's one of our producers. It's a dive into the archives where they discuss some of their favorite bits and pieces from the Bob and Tom Show. Again, they're all free and available to download at bobandtom.com/podcasts. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A hope for boom in Chinese tourism over next week's Lunar New Year holiday looks set to be more of a blip as most travelers opt to stay inside China if they go anywhere at all. From the beaches of Bali to Hokkaido's powdery ski slopes, I don't know. The hordes of Chinese often seen in pre-COVID days will still be missing, tour operators say. It's a bitter disappointment for many businesses that were hoping lean pandemic times might be over for Beijing, relaxed restrictions on travel, and stopped requiring weeks of quarantine. Still, bookings for overseas travel have skyrocketed, suggesting it's only a matter of time until the industry recovers. Authorities say actor Julian Sands, who starred in the Oscar-nominated film A Room with a View, has been missing for 5 days in the Southern California mountains. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said Wednesday crews are using helicopters and drones to search for Sands. He was reported missing Friday on a trail on Mount Baldy. The ground search has been suspended since Saturday because of dangerous conditions and will be resumed when it's safe. Sands starred opposite Helena Bonham Carter in the 1989 British romance A Room with a View and had major roles in the films Arachnophobia, Naked Lunch, and Leaving Las Vegas. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I think we're owed one more ace.
Oh, we owed it.
Hey! Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Yesterday, I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon.
How about that?
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Which came first?
Very good.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
How many times have you been auditioning for like a civic theater production or a Broadway musical or a church show or a school show or something like that? And you had a great audition, you sang a song, maybe you told a joke or two, and then the director comes up to you and says,
great audition, kid, and your resume looks good, but do you know any pig Latin?
You'll never be caught in this position again if you enroll now in Haji's Academy of Theatrical Arts and Pig Latin. At Haji Academy of Theatrical Arts and Pig Latin, you'll learn to act your way through some of the world's greatest theatrical masterpieces, and you'll do them entirely in Pig Latin. Things like Death of a Salesman.
At ye, ime ad day.
Oh,
nay.
umbe.
Oh, nay.
Umbe. Old reruns of Hogan's Heroes.
Ink clay. Oh, yay, idiot, yay.
Oh, yay, ice ray. General J. Orculter Bay. And, of course, the classics of Shakespeare.
Ute eBay. Oye, atne, ute eBay. At they, is ye, aye, eschenque. The way,
There's still some financial scholarships available for women aged 18 to 25. Let me teach you to act in Pig Latin. For more information, write to Haji or...
Here in town.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. You like sushi?
Love.
Yes.
Oh, we got a story for you coming up. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
Is this Billy Preston deep cut? Wow.
I like that kind of sound a lot.
Pat
Sounds
Godwin.
like the 70s,
Hello.
like it's a TV show, like the Jeffersons.
I think more 80s.
This part's definitely more 80s. That brawl,
Different,
70s.
what is it? Silver Spoons.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, that still carried over into the 80s for sure, that brawl.
That's Josh Arnold.
The theme song for Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D, as that sound.
Good God.
I'll see if Jason can find it.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
Jason.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold's here.
man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's my new favorite DJ, Tom Griswold.
No, we were talking about Shaq as a DJ. He will be doing whatever they do, twirling buttons and pointing. My Apple computer is like this a lot.
I think they're doing it live, right? They're actually doing some stuff.
Who's the number one DJ, Willie? Whoever.
Dead
knows
Mouse was for a long time.
Yeah, Dead Mouse
Marshmallow?
was-
Is that a thing?
Marshmallow's really popular.
Is that a thing? Yeah.
When I was listening to that kind of stuff, I went to see Big Gigantic. I went to see a guy named Grizz. He plays saxophone too. He's awesome.
That's fun.
Did you ever see DJ Mom Jeans?
I never. Is that a real DJ?
Yeah, and one of the funniest DJ names of all time.
Yeah,
Oh, it's very
DJ Mom Jeans?
Yeah, it may have been
that light wash, high butt jean. I'm a big fan.
Now, does Marshmallow always wear the marshmallow when he performs?
I believe he does.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys have the shticks. Dead Mouse has the big. It's like a big mouse head, essentially, like a big Mickey Mouse thing, and they put a bunch of lights in that.
Tom, you're going to love this. There's Marshmallow.
Oh. It's like a scary marshmallow.
Wow.
Yeah, a dead one.
At least I know what it'll feel like when I get to hell.
You will not be seeing DJ Mom Jeans.
Did he die?
No, he is otherwise known as actor Danny Masterson from that 70s show.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am serious.
Didn't you step in it?
If you saw him earlier, consider yourself one of the.
He'll be seeing his next feature is in a courtroom. Funny enough.
Again.
Yeah, it's not a rerun. It's
all right.
It's
We're having fun.
okay. I'm sorry. Where were we? Oh, I know. Why did you ask if we liked sushi?
Wait a minute. I'm looking up a DJ Marshmallow song.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Okay. Is this Marshmallow?
It must be.
You have the list. We don't.
No, this is.
Probably does the production on this, yeah.
Oh.
Hey, do me a favor and shut that off.
Yeah.
This is Marshmallow.
I wanna get numb and
Is this him singing?
He wants to get numb.
And forget something.
So he's singing. Okay.
You know, I
No,
don't hear
he's
that
mixing.
kind of.
Somebody else is singing.
I don't hear
Diplo,
that kind of static out of
electronic?
Josh when you're playing your little Spotify thing over there. But I get it when I play. Okay, I see. I understand.
At least I know what I'm playing.
Well, Tom Diplo is one of the biggest acts in the world.
Yeah, Diplo's really big.
Really big.
Great, as long as it keeps people off the streets when I'm trying to drive somewhere.
I thought Diplo was a cheaper version of Legos.
Duplo.
Duplo.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Diplo.
Diplo sounds like some sort of diet chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
Yes.
Try Diplo.
Yeah.
With less cancer.
Just a piece between cheek and gum.
Yeah. I got cancer light in my lip. They're only taking off the top one. I'm sorry.
What a bummer to have the top one removed.
What words you couldn't say about that? You did have an upper lip. What words could you say?
Most of them.
What?
What you talking about?
No.
Could you
Harder to whistle, probably.
No, that's bottom lip. Students at Rice University's Lovett College. That's right. They're the Lyles.
They're in Texas. Why not?
So silly.
Or the Johns.
Oh, yeah. John.
Jealous?
They're attempting to. Now we're covering attempts of world records.
Fake.
Attempting to break the Guinness World Record for the longest
What do you
sushi
mean
roll.
fake?
Sushi roll. Wow.
The longest sushi roll. Hayden Howe, one of the unofficial student leaders of Lovett's Sushi Committee, the LSC, said they plan to roll 3 miles of rice, nori, cucumber, and carrots into one giant roll.
Yick.
Howe told the student newspaper, the Rice Thresher,
Sure.
we are hoping to find 400 students at Rice who would like to achieve this world record title with us. I believe Rice, they are the Owls, the Rice Owls.
I believe they're the Condoleezas.
The date.
This bit is a good time.
You're going to get interviewed again after the show. You're killing it. The date of the record attempt has been postponed while they continue working out logistics.
Yeah, they can't find anybody to volunteer.
Because it's a stupid idea.
Yeah, and there's nothing in this roll but
No protein?
Carrots and cucumbers?
That's a vegetable roll. They make those. Yeah.
Is that a California roll? Yeah.
Isn't a nori
California roll has
seaweed.
Nori? No, nori's a small blue-headed fish.
No,
Pat,
nori
you're right.
seaweed.
What?
California roll has cucumber, crab, and avocado in it. Yeah.
Delicious.
But so, in other words, this isn't a world record. They're thinking of trying it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said that.
An attempt?
So that's like doing a story about guys that are thinking of asking Kate Upton out on a date.
You know, I was interviewed for that story.
Yeah. I don't know where I got the idea to read this.
I do wish they would have more fun with the name, though, because obviously they're making sushi. The school's called Rice.
Right.
Yes.
I'd imagine there's a lot of opportunities for fun. There's a stoner club. It's the fried rice, right? There's
yeah.
There's got to be a good time way.
They could be their teams could be the Aronis.
Yes, there
yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the Pilafs.
Yes.
Edith Pilaf.
The Aronis and the Pilafs. That's the modern day version of the Montagues and the Capulets.
I'd have a lot of fun Chick, if you were dean of a university.
Yes.
Would you have, you know how they have certain buildings named up, would you have a Darrell Hall?
Absolutely. I would have a Darrell Hall. I would have, I can't think of anything else. I'm stuck.
A Robert Plant. plant where they generate electricity.
Fred a chair? No.
Fred a chair is really good. It's not perfect.
You can just sit in the Fred a chair.
Yes.
That would be an endowed chair.
Yeah, it'd be an endowed
endowed by Fred.
He won the Fred a chair for physics this year. It's amazing. And that's
what a non-story.
Yeah.
Wow.
We all agree. Yeah.
Who put
I
it
don't
there?
know. I don't know
how he
how
got that.
it ended up on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Rocky, this is what you farted for.
What a little cute face. Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Christy, what's coming up?
Coming up, we have cake in the news.
Cake?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
In a very surprising way.
I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Do you like cheese? Would you like to be paid to eat cheese? We'll have that story.
Email.
We have tractors in the news. And do you get upset when people are driving slow in the fast lane?
I do.
I
get very
do too.
upset.
I let it go.
Pet peeve.
Very.
We have news on that.
Somebody in the room has road rage that is close to Tom's road rage.
Oh, yeah?
It's me.
You get the road rage bug?
Oh, and I say horrible, horrible things. My favorite thing to say when road rage hits is, "You're doing a great job at being in my way." Like that's the most tame thing I can say. Oh, I honk all the time.
You've said that to me in the hallway. That's all right.
You're in the way a lot.
There's
so
a
it
lot
makes
of curse words in there.
A lot of
that you
cursing.
can't say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like the F one, maybe?
A lot of F ones.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Nice. When we come back,
I'm going to say the F one as soon as this mic goes off.
we'll be finding out also about some potential Valentine's Day things on the negative side of Valentine's Day.
Oh,
we always get these. Usually involves a zoo.
You know, when I was
zoo. Oh, you're right.
Yes.
when I was in
so does this one.
4th grade, we all put up our bags. We decorated our bags for Valentine's Day.
Oh, sure.
And I put all my Valentines in everybody's bag, and I didn't get one Valentine.
I don't
believe
Boy,
that.
That must have been before they enforced the rule of you have to give one to everybody.
Yeah. Oh, they were sending a message. Oh, yeah.
You think the kids all got together and said,
"If Fatty doesn't get any Valentines." Oh, yeah. That's what happened.
Fatty
Maybe you were mean.
Yeah, I was pretty pissy.
Yeah.
It wasn't that you were big at all.
No.
It was that you were a monster.
I was awful and insufferable. Get out of my way, jackass. I'm not getting him a Valentine.
"Hey, Charlotte."
You're doing a great job at getting in my way.
Wow. Well, would you feel good if we got you some nice Valentines?
Yeah, should we all have a Valentine's Day?
We could do secret Valentines.
You get a shoebox. We guys used to decorate shoeboxes.
Yeah, and you decorate it, and then you put the Valentines
We
in.
could write a little poem.
Here I sit, broken hearted.
Yeah, it's something original. Like
Came to crap.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
Would you do that to me?
I'd do that to you.
There you go. See, that's how it works.
Beautiful.
Let me be forward. Let me be blunt. Something along those lines.
I'd like to take my face. Well, we're off and running.
Yes.
I can't wait for Valentine's Day.
Okay, we'll work on that poem, et cetera, when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules.
Tell us more about scatting.
Well, it's it's like in the traditional jazz sense. It's the scoot up beat a bada. But I mean, I don't do that. I do it to classic rock only.
Right. The most famous scat is probably the worst ever.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra, a great artist, but the doobie, one of the worst,
absolutely
terrible scats. But
yeah, but I mean, it's hard. Like if you're in the car and you're listening to Led Zeppelin, it's hard not to do the bow bow bam dum doom cat cat doom bam 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 doom cat cat doo. You know, so
brilliant. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I've got the notoriety came from the AC/DC, which really took sail, which is the dum 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 Bidun babwayon dum 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 padum 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 padum
brilliant.
And my girlfriend's like, most people sing the lyrics.
That's true.
Okay, I
Staring
can
out the
scat
window.
Amos Moses by Jerry Reed.
Oh,
please.
yeah.
Let's hear it.
Please.
Well, on that note, we have to go. Thanks for joining us.
He's a hunting alligator down in the swamp.
Your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were that.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
We like to have fun around here, and you should have some fun yourself. You don't even have to leave your home, your car, your couch. Just go to bobandtomstore.com and let your fingers do the shopping. We've got brand new Bob and Tom hoodies, hooded zips, collared work shirts, that Bob and Tom show hat. It's adjustable, fits any size head. Our clothing size is small up to 5XL. Just go to bobandtomstore.com. Look in the upper left-hand corner for that new tab, and you can see the latest merchandise we have for 2023. And by the way, if we don't have your size in stock, just check back because we're constantly restocking at bobandtomstore.com. Don't get me started on how beautiful the employees are. HR's told me to lay off of those comments, and so I will. But you should go to bobandtomstore.com and see for yourself, especially that blonde in the back, huh? Am I right? You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. President Joe Biden is set to tour damaged areas of California and be briefed on recovery efforts in the wake of devastating storms that have hit the state in recent weeks. At least 20 people have died. Destruction has been reported across 41 of California's 58 counties. On Thursday, the president will tour Santa Cruz County, accompanied by the FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell, Governor Gavin Newsom, and other state and local officials. Biden will also meet with business owners, first responders, and residents before delivering his remarks. The countdown toward a possible U.S. government default is in the offing, and friction between President Joe Biden and House Republicans raising alarms about whether the U.S. can sidestep a potential economic crisis. The Treasury Department projects that the federal government today will reach its legal borrowing capacity. It's an artificially imposed cap that lawmakers have increased roughly 80 times since the 1960s. Markets so far remain calm as the government can temporarily rely on accounting tweaks to stay open. Messing with the books. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, who was one of the first members of her generation elected as a national leader and became a global icon of the left, announced that she is leaving office after 5.5 years. Fighting tears, Ardern said she had given my absolute all, but didn't have, quote, the gas in the tank needed to serve another term. February 7th will be her last day as Prime Minister. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, hi, this is Tom. And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show. Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show? Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP? Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself? Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP. See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Beautiful Katharina Witt of East Germany became a household name in women's figure skating after her gold medal performance at the 1984 Winter Games in Sarajevo. 4 years later, at the Calgary Games, she successfully defended her title. Then, 10 years after that, in 1998, she posed naked in Playboy magazine, a move which critics said severely tarnished her image and marketability. Men throughout the world were outraged. If Katerina were going to pose nude, why had she not done it in 1988 when we were all fascinated by what she must look like without clothing? To wait 10 years after her physical prime, when we had all clearly moved on to Nancy Kerrigan, was a slap in the face to male fans everywhere and goes against the very spirit of the Olympic Games. Hello, Miss
Home Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy, chick.
Howdy do. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey.
Uh-oh, Josh is moving. He's dancing, doing the robot. No, is that the robot?
Oh, that's the Josh.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Josh, when you move like that, you look like a director of a summer camp where they send troubled kids to learn how to dance.
Oh.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Stop shivving that boy. Jazz hands.
No shivving.
Okay. And Tom, can we get an update on the yak situation? Here's Tom.
Okay. The short version is we had a news story about some yaks that were loose, and I was not aware of the difference between a yak and a buffalo and a bison.
Aren't yaks smaller than we think they are?
Yeah, and
Barrier too. They kind of
they were loose on in a city. I forget exactly where it was, but the point of the story is, I was asking why would anyone be raising yaks, and we received a number of emails from people saying yaks are delicious.
They are delicious.
And didn't you talk to the yak guy?
So I talked to the yak lady, the one in Noblesville, Indiana, where her yak got loose. And that yak's name is Houdini.
Oh,
funny enough, yeah. And she is actually raising her yaks to open a yak winery. You can drink wine with the yaks, watch a sunset, and pet a yak. And
so this is not a place where you get to eat yak.
This is absolutely for petting only.
I'm going to make
for
love
eating.
to that yak.
It's not heavy petting.
No.
What'd you say to me? Don't talk back.
It's beer.
Yeah.
Yak. Don't talk.
Yeah, so I ordered yak meat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Where's is it coming in from?
It's called Black Wing is the company that is sending us our yak steaks.
Terrific.
Yeah, we'll have fillets and strips and ribeye and also some burgers.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Yak feast.
Okay. But yak meat apparently, as I said, delicious.
Very lean.
We're going to find out.
Yes.
I've had
Like
bison, and it's
Yes.
great.
I
So
have.
I look forward to eating it.
My other boss is a chef, and he's going to walk me through how to prepare this so that we don't mess it up.
Cool. He's done it before?
No, we're going to do it together. We're going to learn. Yeah. So
I believe Noblesville, Indiana is known by the locals as Knob City. Did you know that?
Really?
That sounds like a porno.
They call it Knob City.
Really?
Yeah.
Going to Knob City, going to slop
That's where
some
Hoffy
knob.
lives.
Yep.
Oh,
That's who told me, Jason.
okay. Does he live in Knob City?
He lives in
Yeah,
Knob
he
City.
sure does.
The knob.
Now, does he work there? Does he have a knob job?
Well, he works here, so.
Now, Christy, I admire you for staying in the room.
Hang on. Here's where we go with Tom feeling bad, and he's over complimentary to
I don't
you
care.
for the rest
No,
of the
that was,
morning.
Very used to it.
Sometimes an opportunity arises for a joke, no matter how unfair and mean it is. It just must be stated.
Yeah.
So I was an off-the-air conversation.
It's okay.
I wasn't really
Do you
participating.
ever have your deodorant stop working?
Yep.
Does that happen?
Yup.
Yep.
It just started
natural
right
stuff.
now. It's
Yep.
like done. So
Really?
if I start smelling, Josh, I apologize.
Don't apologize. I
I-
have a very severe odor fetish. Yes, yeah.
The stinkier, the better?
Yes, yeah.
Really?
I
So
feel
my pheromones are moaning.
They are swelling into my nostrils and headed for my loins.
Have you ever had to interrupt an intimate encounter due to excessive odor?
I have had to alter my game plan.
Really?
I've had to call an audible.
You had to stop licking her armpit?
Hey!
Thing to do.
Oh, man.
I just want to lick your armpit.
It stinks, okay?
Why are you ruining this?
So the Y wasn't serving dinner that evening.
Hey, let's change the subject.
It was very rare
So
at
sorry.
the Y. Oh, sorry.
A British food watchdog group in the news. They're comparing bringing cake into the office to secondhand smoking.
Oh, right.
What?
Come on.
Food
It's
Standards
cake.
Agency chairwoman Professor Susan Jebb says that while not identical to passive smoking,
You think?
Testing
no one
the-
ever got a lung cancer from a nice piece of chocolate cake.
testing the willpower, Tom, of colleagues with cake does inflict harm.
Does it?
She added, quote, if nobody brought cakes into the office, I would not eat cakes.
Well, what woman who's having trouble with her diet wrote this article?
Jebb, who's a professor of diet and population at the University of Oxford.
What's her name? Jabu?
Jebb.
Oh, sorry.
Continued that while eating cake was a choice, colleagues could help each other by providing a supportive environment by not bringing in the cakes to start with.
Oh, God. Start playing the Internationale, the socialist commie.
You don't have to eat the cake.
You sure
just because
don't.
Somebody
Yeah,
brought it in.
how about some willpower?
Yeah, no joke.
It's now or never.
Power, it's now or never. I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, she orders the wings and just eats the celery. Wipe off the ranch. That's
I
ridiculous.
love the celery. Don't you love the
I
celery?
do too, and the carrots.
I wonder who.
Yes.
I wonder who would order a big mess of wings and just eat the celery with no ranch dressing. I wonder who would do that.
I would do that.
Yeah, I know.
So this lady's suggestion that if you take a cake to the office, you have to go eat it outside the building.
Apparently.
You must be 20 feet from the door.
Yes.
The state law requires you to eat cake.
They have a picture of a cake with a line through it. No cake at this entrance.
I don't know.
That was funny.
Show some resolve.
Are people shame eating in the
Exactly.
bathroom?
Oh.
Didn't we
happens
see a
a
guy
lot.
eating a sandwich on a toilet? We were together that night. weren't we?
What?
Remember that?
Oh, let's not bring that up
Together
again.
in what way?
That lovely.
In the
We were at a bachelor party, and there he was.
Oh.
Sandwich on
when
the
it comes to
wrapper.
cake, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't feature this classic from Mr. Gaffigan.
Comedian Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio, a family man, a clean liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
What do you
Well,
mean?
there's a lot of different. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that guy. There's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello.
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
It's his big day. I mean, admit it, when you hear the song Happy Birthday, all you're really thinking is, I'm getting some free cake. During the song, you just wonder what kind it is. Hope it's chocolate for me. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. I only got two hands, buddy, and one of them's holding a cigarette. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good.
Right.
Cake, great.
Right.
Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, when is that, a Skittle?
What was that?
A seed in here? What is this, a treasure map? What's the recipe of fruit cake? Anything but fruit? It's like the baker was just clearing off the counters. Yeah, put all that stuff in there. People don't eat this. They just mail it to relatives. We all know cake's bad for us. Sometimes we try and disguise the fact we're having cake. It's breakfast. I can't have cake. I'll have a muffin. You know the difference between a cake and a muffin? What? Nothing. How about those mini muffins? How much denial are we in when we're eating mini muffins? I'm just going to have like 1 or 12. They're so small they don't really count. They're like muffin vitamins. When I eat them, I feel like an astronaut. That's why I have them for breakfast. You can't have cake for breakfast unless it's a pancake. How'd that slide through? You're not having cake for breakfast. You're having fried cake with syrup for breakfast. Now load up on that and try not to nap.
Jim Gaffigan in his classic talking about cake in honor of the news story. What is the lady's name? She says if you take cake to the office, it's like secondhand smoke.
Professor Susan Jebb says, while not identical to passive smoking, testing the willpower of colleagues with cake does inflict harm.
Is this the International?
Commie. Ruining life. Paint everything gray. No cake here, no fun allowed.
Is it too late for me to learn a foreign language?
No, never too late.
No.
Keeps your brain
Which one are you going to go with?
Keeps you young.
I'm thinking Russian or German.
Urdu?
Ooh, why?
Or maybe Pig Latin. I like that one, too.
If I can recommend something that you might need in the future.
Yes, Osjay.
Mandarin?
Take it over, Jeff.
They're taking over.
You do like TikTok, right?
That's a tough one, Mandarin. Yeah. Yeah.
I like the oranges, though, they have.
Yeah, they're good. Mm-hmm.
Can't beat those.
They're not too big, not too small.
Right now, I want to remind you just around how many days away are we from Valentine's Day, Christy?
24, 25, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
February 14th?
February 14th.
25.
Okay. The point of this is you may want to get ready for it. And the best way to get ready, of course, is at IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer Jewelers. And he's got the new one. I'm talking about the new 24-karat gold-dipped rose. This year it's called the Perry. It's periwinkle. And if you're like me, I didn't know what color periwinkle was. Apparently it's based on a flower called the periwinkle. So I'll make it a little more clear. It's kind of a purpley, bluish, violet-ish. Am I getting close, Christy?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very pretty, and it's beautiful, and you can only get it. You're not helping. You can only get it at IHateStevenSinger.com. The 24-karat gold-dipped periwinkle rose, and these sell out every year. So act quickly. By the way, get that order in before 2:00 today. Out the door today. Exclusively available at Steven Singer Jewelers, the #1 gift for Valentine's Day. And they start at just $59, and they come, of course, with the famous Steven Singer free lifetime guarantee. And, of course, as I said, the fast and free shipping. You'll find it only at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. I know that Josh's mom is a big fan of the roses.
She enjoys them.
You've been given one to her every year for many years. So keep the tradition going. IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up, Christy Lee, what have you got?
Well, we have Al Jackson coming up. One of my favorite segments of the week.
Sweet face.
Yeah, we have cheese lovers. If you're a cheese lover, you want to listen up. And we also have a lot of animals in the news. We have a horse. We have a raccoon testicles.
And we'll find out what that email was that Tom just got.
Yep, all that and more coming
The
up.
raccoon testicle story is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a winner.
You know raccoons can open jars. With their hands. They have thumbs. They have the whole thing. They can pick locks. They can do the whole thing.
This raccoon's testicles were
giant,
frozen onto a railroad track.
Well, they look like little bandits' testicles.
And there was a train.
That's a story.
There was a train a-coming.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we'll hear what happened. Coming up, what's black and white and red all over?
I bet the train won.
You're not going to cut it off, are you? No, I'm going to set the house on
fire. Yeah.
When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Looking for something to do this weekend? Happen to be in the Green Bay, Wisconsin area? Well, you can go and see a couple of great comedians. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Friends of the Bob and Tom Show comedy tour debuting in 2023 right there at the Meyer Theater in Green Bay, Wisconsin. This Saturday night only, January 21st. Greg Hahn, Josh Arnold, and David Dyer all on stage. It's going to be a great show, and it kicks off the brand new Friends of the Bob and Tom Show comedy tour for 2023. That's right, Green Bay, Wisconsin, a Saturday night in January. I think that is perfect timing, especially for the comedians involved, because they love snow, they love cold, but most of all, they love the funny. So check them out, won't you? The Friends of the Bob and Tom Show comedy tour, the Meyer Theater in Green Bay, Wisconsin, this Saturday night, January 21st. Get your tickets before they're gone. ThatJoshArnold.com for more, or contact the Meyer Theater right there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Greg Hahn, Josh Arnold, David Dyer, and you. That's right. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Thursday. It's January 19th.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. The Bills and Bengals can refocus on their next matchup now that Buffalo safety Damar Hamlin has shown remarkable signs in his recovery about 3 weeks after collapsing on the field in Cincinnati. He went into cardiac arrest, needed to be resuscitated on the field in the first quarter. The teams meet in Buffalo on Sunday in the AFC divisional round of the playoffs. And for the first time in 13 years, neither Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers reached the divisional round of the playoffs. The NFL still, though, has plenty of exciting football this weekend featuring Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, and many other stars. And speaking of Patrick Mahomes, he's never failed to reach the AFC Championship game in 4 years as an NFL starting quarterback. To make it 5 straight, he'll have to lead the Chiefs past the Jaguars in Kansas City on Saturday. NBA winners last night: Washington, Atlanta, Miami, Memphis, Oklahoma City, Charlotte, Utah, Denver, and Sacramento. Top 25 college basketball: DePaul upsets number 8 Xavier 73-72. Number 10 Virginia, number 16 Auburn, number 20 Marquette all win. West Virginia upset number 14 TCU. Seton Hall beat number 15 UConn, and Missouri upset number 25 Arkansas. And in the NHL, Boston, Colorado, Tampa Bay, and San Jose skate to wins in regulation, and Ottawa wins in overtime, beating the Penguins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual ventriloquist convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say? From the ventriloquism convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
I can tell. We can tell.
I can tell your lips are pretty still there.
Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Timmy.
Timmy?
It's Julie.
Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand him the phone.
We're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay,
go ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me,
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
The next time you're traveling, don't forget about the historical and beautiful state of Illinois. Catch a Cubs game at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Hit a riverboat casino in Peoria. And make sure you visit the charming community of Effingham, Illinois, where Interstate 70 meets the Little Wabash River.
And whenever you're in Effingham, visit the Effing House Family Restaurant.
Founded in 1854 by the corpulent railroad magnate, Colonel Harry S. Effing, the Effing House Family Restaurant is one of America's oldest and finest dining establishments.
Start your day with the delicious effing country breakfast featuring an effing omelet with toast, grits, and a big effing beverage of your choice.
Or try our BED, the Big Effing Deal. Once again this week, it's effing ham and eggs.
For lunch, try the huge effing burger, pan-fried in a rich butter sauce mixed with big effing egg yolks. We call it the effing heart attack.
It's an effing experience you'll never forget. And what about dinner?
Juicy effing steaks with fresh effing veggies and a creme brulee that's effing out of this effing world. Or go effing nuts with a hot fudge sundae.
How would you rate the Effing House Family Restaurant?
It was the best effing experience of my life.
Rate this place? Well, I wouldn't give it a B. I wouldn't even give it a C because it's effing A.
In Effingham, Illinois, it's the Effing House Family Restaurant. You'll have an effing good time.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Essential.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
And there's no one in this room that's not mad at Tom. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
He wasn't even here.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, Christy, watch this. I'm not mad at Tom. Chick.
Hello, Josh. How are you?
Good, real good.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
I have no issue with him.
There's Willie Well, you shouldn't. There's
I've got like several issues, but they're all better off air, to be honest.
I'm Chick McGee, and now here's Tom Griswold with an email.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
Hot off the press.
I think we're going to talk with Al in a second.
Yes, we are. There he is.
Al will want to hear this.
Al, are you wearing a bolo?
Are you wearing a
Absolutely.
A bolo tie.
Yes, let's not make a thing of it. Let's just let it happen, Christy.
I love
it's
it.
A black man wearing a bolo. You
Is
know,
it a donkey?
Dress up for you, baby girl.
It looks like a donkey head. Yeah.
Tom, I know he's black and you're afraid of him. We can make fun of him. All right.
Well, first of all, Al, you have to understand that
and get this show off the air.
you are in the room that we are in. You are on a gigantic screen, and it's kind of a close-up. This is sort of like a 1984 moment. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
Or like a Big Brother moment.
Oh, that kind of 84, not like the actual
it looks
year.
like you guys are in a diversity training group in the year 3000.
Now, Al, before we get to that, a couple quick things. First off, Willie G at the Comedy Bar coming up in Chicago starting tonight.
Yeah, opening for Jeffrey Asmus. Going to be fun.
Jeffrey Asmus with Willie G. And then...
Oh, wait a second. No, Willie opened for me, and now you're opening for another comic? Like, are you cheating on me?
I'm a big cheater.
Well,
I'm in a
I'm
broken relationship.
Josh, this Saturday, the Meyer Theater in Green Bay with Greg Hahn and Dave Dyer. So some great stuff coming up.
Just a few tickets remain for that show. You better run and get them.
Now, I know that you had a recent triumph in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Is that correct?
I did have a triumph. I appreciate you describing two great shows as a triumph. I didn't learn to walk again. I just but it was still a good thing, Tom, and I appreciate that.
Now, the reason I bring that up, Ann Arbor, of course, in the great state of Michigan.
Yes.
And Chick always accuses me of only reading letters from guys in Michigan.
Right.
Yeah, you'd think there were only 2 or 3 states. There's Ohio and there's Michigan in the United States. That's it.
We even have people sending in emails now saying, I'm from Michigan, just so you'll read this letter.
Yeah, that happens, Al.
I don't think you guys realize that's code for something. Tom's running like an illegal fencing business out of it. I'm from Michigan. I'm in the back. My trunk is popped.
So now this letter comes to us from, we'll just say, T. And he writes, hello,
That's
guys.
his full name. He's a black man.
And it's spelled T-E-A-I-Q. T.
He says, hello, guys and beautiful gals. I am an over-the-road truck driver. I live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I just crossed the Mackinac Bridge.
Yes.
Now,
Mackinac. Come on.
It's pronounced Mackinac. Have you ever driven across the bridge, Al?
I have. I did a gig up in the UP. Your GPS doesn't work up there.
Nope.
It's basically Canada.
It's but that bridge is just spectacular.
It's gorgeous.
If you've never seen it, it's like like what is it? Isn't it the biggest suspension bridge of its kind?
Finish the email.
It's a bridge.
I often talk about it, and there is, if you recall, there's a area of the bridge where there's a grate.
Slow down.
And I have found out through several years of doing this, if you open your door and put your head out there at just the right speed, the grate disappears visually, and it looks like you're floating over the Mackinac Straits.
That's cool.
It's quite a thrill. I wouldn't recommend that because you might drive off the bridge, which has been done before. This guy writes, I often hear you guys talking about how Tom likes to pee off the deck. I have a friend who works at the bridge. I asked him if he ever peed off the top of the bridge. He said every chance he gets.
Nice.
Wow. What a thrill that would be.
We've got to make this happen for Tom.
Who wouldn't want that on your bucket list?
Yeah.
Me.
Taking a leak off the Mackinac Bridge.
No.
What a weird make-a-wish.
No.
Maybe at sunset as you see the beauty of Lake Huron and Lake Michigan.
I have enough trouble going over that bridge in a car. There's no way I could get out of the
There's
car.
no way you could do it either.
Oh, I could.
Climb up the top of the suspension bridge?
No, I could do it off the bridge part, though.
Well, that's not what he's saying. He's saying...
Oh, this guy's a badass.
All right.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that letter, T. We certainly appreciate it at North Star Transport.
And once again, Al, thanks for taking time out of your day to call us and listen to Tom talk about...
I want to talk about Al's triumph in Ann Arbor. And Al, of course, is one of the featured performers, if not the star of Daily Blast Live.
Yes, I love my show.
And Al does a great job. I wish they'd turn you loose a little more.
Well, that's coming, Tom. As soon as we get the news that we're canceled, there's gonna be a week of just it's all gonna come out. But I was gonna tell you this time before we got started, 2 things. One, before we're on the air, the way the camera's situated, what I can see in the room, I can only see Ace and Willie. Mm-hmm. And Ace comes in the room and he just kind of adjusts himself before he sits down, and it really looks like Willie's there to date his daughter. and Ace is gonna give him nothing. It's like, guess who's coming to breakfast?
Hey there, Mr. Cosby.
Ace,
It's good.
Yeah, hey, just Ace giving him no love. And also, I just want to say this, and it's starting to come out because there's that Netflix show with Velma on it. But Jess, that sweater, that sweater turtleneck is straight Velma vibes, 100%. And look, there are a number of men and women, and it's a secret underground weird club, and a lot of dudes are obsessed with Velma. And I realize that a lot of women understand this because there's like, if you hashtag, with the glasses too, I'm telling you, hashtag Velma on Instagram, it's a thing, bro.
Yeah.
There's some dudes that weren't down with Daphne. I was looking at Velma like, oh, she's the party girl.
She's thick.
Yeah, she has.
Velma was super thick, and I feel like she was the first thick, body positive cartoon character. And shout out, because I think a lot of dudes are like, I like her. Daphne's all right, but Velma, that's who I want to kick it with.
Yeah, the new Velma cartoon, Shaggy's black too. Did you guys know that?
Isn't Velma black too?
Yeah.
This is outrageous.
This is like Hamilton. Our founding fathers were not.
This is the grossest form of cultural appropriation.
Al,
don't get Josh started on Hamilton.
I will not be party to it.
Al, has I assume, has someone done like the reverse version of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner that you kind of just alluded to?
Yes, it was called Guess Who with Ashton Kutcher and Bernie Mac.
But there's a new one now with Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy. It's getting ready to come out.
Is it the same title?
Yes. No, it's not.
No, it's called You People, I think.
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Really?
It's not a remake of that.
Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
No.
No, it's not a remake. It's a different story.
But it's the same situation?
Yes.
Guess Who was a remake, only reversed.
Was it any good?
I didn't see it.
Okay. Well, it's time now to move forward.
Nice movie review by Josh.
We have.
Did you see it?
No.
Yeah, I never saw it.
I'm so sorry. Now, Al is. We were playing the song "What Is Hip" earlier by the Oakland-based Tower of Power.
Now, Tom,
I'm familiar.
Would you be truthful when I ask you this question? Wasn't the Tower of Power? They were very popular in the Cleveland area. Isn't that correct? I mean, they really.
I got into them when I lived in Florida, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where they may have been. I don't know.
I always remember that.
Why Oakland-based? Why do you always say that?
Well, they have a famous album, Back to Oakland, and
I see.
That's where they're from.
Okay, but you don't say that about everybody.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't say.
It's like Bob Dylan, Minneapolis-based, or wherever the hell he's from.
Right.
Bob Seger, Michigan-based.
I say that all the time.
Of course, you can say Michigan.
Yeah, Ann Arbor, Michigan, of course, is where Bob Seger's from.
Didn't Al Jackson have a triumph in Ann Arbor, Michigan?
Yeah.
That's what I heard. A rarity?
Bob Seger used to play the Club Ponytail up in Harbor Springs in the mid-60s.
Okay, great. Why don't we talk to Al?
Why? Oh, I'm sorry. He's right here.
Yeah.
I was trying to make the point that I hear the song "What Is Hip," and it's about how hipness is quick, is short-lived, perhaps. And Al's trying to make me a little bit hipper by teaching me the current lingo, if you will, the phrases that are out there in the world that are more street to give me that hipness edge. What have we got today, Al?
Tom. I would say, not only do I teach you, I have taught you. You know some things now, Tom, and you are going to apply those things right now for a listening audience, and you're going to show them that all this time was not for naught. All right?
My man, 50 grand.
That's right, Tom.
That's the only one he retains.
It's really, chick, there was one like little crevice of his brain where he could fit one phrase, and that one fit in there like that weird Tetris piece, and it locked, and that's the only one that's in there now.
It rhymes. He loves it. Yep.
All right, Tom. What is the phrase "bands will make her dance"?
Bands will make her dance.
Yes.
Have we done this one, Al? I don't remember it.
I don't. If we did, it was a couple years ago, but I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I know we've talked about bands in this sort of.
So this is not bands as in musicians.
No.
Bands. This must be. Oh wait, I got it. I bet this is. Is this like when you roll $100 bills in a wad and put a rubber band around them?
Okay. Does everybody see how just when we count time out?
Are you kidding me?
On the first, that is a walk-off home run. That is 100% correct.
Oh,
I thought that was the stupidest thing I'd ever heard.
And normally you would be right, Jack. But not today. Tom, it's so, you know what? Tom is just that guy who's about to get sent down to the minors. You already called your wife on the dugout phone, being like, "Hey, I'm going to Poughkeepsie, so pack the bags and tell the kids they're not in school anymore." And then your last two at bats, you hit 2 walk-off home runs, and you're like, "Baby, we're back in it, Tom."
All right.
That's where you are. You're back on the
feeling
team.
good.
As the last guy on the roster, Tom. You got this newfound momentum, this newfound energy, Tom. Let's keep that going. What would I mean, Tom? If I said, man, I am off the clear right now, and I'm not Barry Bonds.
I'm off the clear. Is this a alcohol reference?
Tom, another walk-off home run.
Oh,
it absolutely. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not call Tom before the show.
Nothing up my sleeve.
I did not call him last night.
Now, is it off the clear alcohol, or is it just the clear alcohol?
Clear alcohol.
Like vodka, gin, but I can still drink bourbon?
If you're on the brown, then
okay.
Christy be off that brown. Yeah, I'm touched up off that brown. So, Tom, I'm shocked. I just want to hear you use the phrase "off the clear" in a sentence, please.
Well, it's going to be quite the shindig, but I'll be the designated driver because, as you know, I am currently off the clear.
Ah, yes, okay.
No,
no,
that's the opposite. No. Off the clear means that that's the irony. That means that you're on the clear. That means that you're drinking the clear. That means you're drinking the vodka. You're drinking the gins. You're drinking the clean spirits.
Yeah.
So this is like where yes means no. So off the clear means I'm on the clear.
Yes.
Well, that's confusing. This is like that bad good thing. I could never figure that out. Sometimes bad is bad, you see.
Right.
But
yes.
Huey Lewis, great.
So I'll say, I'm not going to be driving because tonight I'm on the clear.
No.
Oh, no, you're off the clear.
Off the
wagon, on the wagon, yeah.
Wait a minute, I thought it was right. On the clear. On the clear means you're off the clear, right?
Yes, on the clear means you're, off the clear means you're on the clear. There is no...
Off the clear means you're drinking the clear.
It's like backing up a trailer. You need to turn the opposite direction. Than
So it's like you're saying I will be getting off. I will be maintaining my high by drinking the clear alcoholic beverages.
It's almost past tense where you would say I'm off the clear. Like you just got here. I've been I've been drinking for a while. I am gone off the edge almost. So I'm gone off the clear.
Now, could this be used for other things? Could one say, I'll tell you what, the game's just starting and I'm already off the pizza?
No. You could say I'm going off that juice, which would just mean like some kind of whatever concoction you've made around your home. So you're like, I'm going off that juice right now.
So it's kind of like getting off rather than going off.
Okay.
Getting off where you've gotten off, and now whenever you say I'm off the clear, that means like you're already thoroughly drunk. Like, oh man, I don't even remember. Tom lost his phone. I was going off that brown all night. So
yeah.
Okay, I like that. So it's a handy phrase to have.
Yeah, you're going to use it a lot.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, give me another one, Al.
Oh, Tom, that's easy. I'll just ask you, how would I use the phrase, or just tell me, what does the phrase strobe light effect mean?
Oh,
if I use it I can't even use it in a sentence, but. If one was used to use the phrase strobe light effect, what are they saying about how they're feeling?
Wow. I would think that'd be a really good thing. Had the strobe light effect on her.
It's a really good thing, yes.
I mean,
you sound like you're answering an essay question.
No, I mean, Al Jackson walked.
Webster's defines strobe.
Al Jackson walked in the room, and I was talking to this woman, and I'll tell you what, the strobe light thing happened. Man, they were attracted to one another.
It's a strobe light effect.
The strobe light effect took place.
I like the strobe light thing.
And it widens it out a little bit, Christy.
That's right.
Is that it? It's like she was frozen in time for the moment and then stepped right up to meet Al?
I mean, you know what, Tom? That's not wrong. Strobe light effect just means everything's moving slow. You would probably get the strobe light effect if you're off that clear. So, like, there's a moment, especially for people that party, that there's a moment of the night where you're like, everything comes together, like Hands Across America, all the things in your system. And you're like, what a great feeling this is. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we had Deepak Chopra on the show yesterday, and we were just like, so how did you find the light? And he was, I found the light in several different ways, but mostly it was an LSD trip in college. I was like, all right, there we go. We're talking LSD in daytime. Yeah.
All right.
Shout out Deepak.
Okay. So
I'm such a square. I don't even know where to get LSD. Right? I could call it.
Willie?
If you go to Boulder, Al, I'm sure you can figure it out. There's a lot of weird hippie weirdos up there.
Yeah, hey, Al, just look for a FedEx envelope here in the next couple of days.
Isn't Fish touring this summer?
By the way, okay, Tom, let's do this because I know we got to wrap it up soon. Tom, you're in Boulder, all right? Boulder, Colorado.
Yes, sir.
Your boy Al's in Denver, but I'm still working, so I can't make it up there. And I'm like, Tom, I don't have a lot of time when I get to Boulder. You need to figure out how to procure some LSD discreetly. So, Tom, you're in this college town.
Mm-hmm.
You look like, you could be dropping your daughter off of college. How would you ask a gentleman or a woman, anybody there,
wow,
that's some LSD discreetly? Just thinking you.
Well, since I look like
a cop.
Since I look like a narc.
Yes.
Right.
I think I've got this one.
What would you do?
Don't you like say under your breath, doses, something like that? No?
Maybe, Willie.
Honestly, I give that a shot.
People.
Doses, looking for drops, looking for drops.
When I was in Colorado last month, I went to the what's it called? The dispensary. And I laid a pretty heavy tip on the guy because I was buying stuff.
Al, do you hear him trying to talk hip? Because you're on. I laid a pretty heavy tip on him.
Because I didn't know what I was doing, so I was asking all these questions because I was buying this stuff for other people. And this guy was extraordinarily helpful. He was like a good wine steward, if you will.
Stoner sommelier, if you will.
Stoner sommelier. But I mean, I suppose after slipping him the cash, I probably could have said, "Hey, look, by the way, off the record, where can I get some acid?"
No, you can't say that.
Look at everybody. Where can I get some acid?
I don't want to go to commercial. There's a cop in the hallway. I can feel it.
That's not the way to go?
No, because they're running a legitimate drug business and they can't mix in illegitimate drugs. We just got to. That'd be like, Christy, if they were like, your parents were like, look, we are going to Ann Arbor, Michigan for one night. You may have a small party in the house, and the next thing you know, you're having a BDSM latex party.
Yeah.
You can't push it. We just got legalized weed. So, Tom, you can't go in there like, I know this is already on ice, so let's go ahead and get some. Let's see if we can get some black tar heroin in here. If we can't. No, Tom, you can't.
So I could walk into a bar and say, excuse me, bartender, I'm currently off the clear.
No.
No. I'm currently on the clear. I'd like some window pane.
I'd say, hey, got any Windex?
Window pane. I haven't heard window pane.
Or stamps. Stamps. You looking for some stamps?
Al, it's very much appreciated.
Tom,
yes.
I just hope that your cohorts understand how great you were today. We make a lot of fun of you when you're not that great, and that happens more often than I'd like.
Yeah.
But today, Tom, you were outstanding. Call your wife back out on that dugout phone and say, put the kids back in school. You're not moving. I'm here for another week.
Okay, and what was the band's exact phrase again? She digs the bands. What was
the
it
bands will make her dance.
The band. Okay, I've got to write that one.
Yes,
down.
referring to a strip club. Yes, you throw those hundreds with bands around them. She's going to dance a little bit more.
Okay, thank you very much. Al Jackson, Daily Blast Live. Check him out.
Love you, Al.
Thank you,
Bye.
Al.
Love
right
the
now, it's
tie.
time to feel safe and secure in your home.
That's right. Peace of mind. That's what Simply Safe gives you and your family. Property crimes like burglaries and package theft spike over the winter, and that's why now's the best time to secure your home with award-winning home security. Award-winning, that's right. Simply Safe named the best home security of 2022 by U.S. News & World Report for the third year in a row. In an emergency, 24/7 professional monitoring agents use Fast Protect technology only from Simply Safe to capture critical evidence and verify the threat is real, so you get faster police dispatch. And Simply Safe, of course, whole home security Advanced sensors for every room, window, door, HD security cameras inside and out, smarter ways to detect motion that alert you only when a threat is real. Top-rated Simply Safe app, my favorite part. Stay in complete control of your system anytime, anywhere. Let's say you have homes all around the world. You can check in with whatever home you'd like to check in with from wherever with your Simply Safe app. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring because you know us. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Chick McGee has more cameras than they'll have at any of the NFL games this weekend.
That's right.
His phone looks like one of those control rooms with 50
curious.
screens.
I got to know what's going on.
Thank you, Simply Safe. We're coming right back. We've got animals galore. We've got sex toys and more. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
This stuff from you. I hit a guy in the jaw and as hard as I could twice in somewhere in New York, Albany, New York. I just played the Palace Theater, and we were going to go get something to eat. And it was a restaurant attached to the hotel, and my bus was across the street because I always stay on my bus. And this girl came over and started talking to us at our table, and I don't know her, you know, She had her sister does stand-up in New York, and Vic Henley was the opening act, and he does stand-up in New York, and he knows her. So they were talking across the table. If it wouldn't have been for that, I'd have shooed her away because I was trying to eat my crappy little piece of tilapia.
You must do very well.
She gets up and leaves, and she comes back, and she has her sister on the phone, and she's headlining a club that Vic and I headlined forever in Columbus, Ohio. And so she hands the phone to Vic. She sits down next to me, and Vic can't hear, so he gets up and walks away. And then a guy comes over to her. So some guy came up to me and asked me, a young guy, for an autograph. I said, I'm trying to eat right now. And this guy comes over, pokes her in the shoulder, and says, get over here. And she gets up real nervous and walks over there. And I'm like, man, what is this? And I see the guy walking over towards me. And he goes, how come you took a picture with my girlfriend, didn't take a picture with my son? Both of them were connected to this guy. And I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. But he was standing up, and I was sitting down. So I started to stand up, and he shoved me back down in my chair. Uh-oh. And I'm like, all right, okay. And so it was ugly. It was a nice place, too. Wine glasses, tablecloths, and it all went flying. And I got up and shoved him, and he took a big swing at me and hit me, but not really with a punch, but hit me and left his jaw just hanging out there. And I'm like, all right, here you go, buddy. You can't leave your jaw hanging out there. And I just, boom. And he called the cops and filed assault charges on me, or tried to, and the cops showed up, and I was like, oh, come on, man.
The old Chevy Chase shoulder kick.
So
it's hard sometimes. You know?
So now, you know, and that's why now I have to have police everywhere I go, because probably nothing will happen, but if it does, I can't hit people.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 61. I don't need to be getting in fights or anything. And Pat, who's not very big, but my guy Pat that drives a bus and manages my road stuff, he's a little guy in stature, but he's a 7th degree black belt. And so he actually got this guy in a sleeper hold from behind after I hit him, and then the guy started tapping him on the arm, and he goes, "This ain't the MMA. You're going to the floor."
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I'm glad I asked.
Apparently, Gallagher and McDonald parting after 12 years of marriage, 22 years together. They have 2 sons, ages 15 and 12. We wish them the best. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
My boyfriend travels for work and never wants to take me on his trips because he says there's no time to do anything other than work. My friends say this is sus and I should show up unannounced on a trip. Is that a good or bad idea?
It's a terrible idea. It's not a vacation. It's work. He's not having fun.
Yeah, I can vouch for this. When I'm on the road with Josh, I mean, between doing the shows, getting some food, him cheating on his girlfriend, he's really busy. There's a lot of other times.
There's a lot to do. Wait a minute.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Before we go, yeah, thought I'd tell you the true story of Susie Suzuki and Sam Sammer.
Now, this is the true story.
Yeah.
Okay.
As told by yours truly,
Tom Whiskey, Frontier Doctor.
Well, good morning. Well, I never will forget it. Susie Suzuki had to get married at a very young age.
Yep.
She was impregnated by her husband, Hyaston. She never really liked Hyaston, but they had 12 children. You know, Hyaston up and died, and Susie remarried.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, it was really something because she married her true love, Sam Samurai.
Oh, touching.
Yep. With Sam, she had 12 more children.
Wow.
Well, finally, after many years, Susie died.
I wonder why.
I'll never forget it. I was standing right next to her at the funeral home, well, next to her body.
Mm-hmm.
2 little old ladies were staring down at Susie with tears in their eyes, and the first little old lady said, well, they're finally together. Second little old lady said, who? Susie and her first husband? Or Susie and Sam Samurai? No, neither. Her legs.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 hours. No, 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
This is Bob and Tom 20.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Boy, we got a half song out of you today.
Good running game today.
If
You didn't
that.
have to throw much. Yeah, good running game.
Okay, running game travels.
Yeah.
And good defense. I won you a championship. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
What kind of coffee you running over there?
I don't know. I got whatever Willie got.
That is a chocolate cream cold brew.
It's a milkshake is
delicious.
what it is.
Hey,
Nice.
that's Starbucks' big secret. Shut up.
You know, it's like black coffee, right?
I
Straight
have a black coffee, yeah.
This music sounds like Fred Williamson is walking out of the police station. He's a private eye of some sort. Maybe Black Coffee is the name of the
There you go.
movie.
It's Hammer. Tonight on Hammer.
It's espresso.
Did I say hello to Ace
And I
Cosby?
said X on purpose.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey, he's an ex-con that loves coffee.
Yes.
Espresso.
And he'll solve the murder.
Ah, jeez.
You wouldn't watch Espresso?
Willie Griswold's here. That's right. Tom looked around his house and said, I wonder who could be on the show next. I'm
Hey, wait.
Nice.
Well, let's be fair. He at least got a top 3 kid. I'm pretty good amongst the ranks, so, you know.
That's right.
Nothing to complain about over here.
Tom,
You're
there
the
should
best kid.
And that is Tom Griswold. Yes.
Yeah, that's Tom Griswold.
You were taking far too long. There should be a show like Shark Tank.
Right.
Where you go in and you pitch TV show ideas.
That's good.
I think Tom would be on at least once a month.
Yeah.
You're always coming up with
Espresso.
Yeah.
Does it bother you when you hear people say, I'd like an espresso instead
Makes
of
me
espresso?
crazy.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't like that.
Yes.
I don't like Xavier. It's Xavier, like
Yeah.
a Z.
Oh, that bugs me too.
You know, when I was a kid in your house, those kind of things did bug me, but I kind of just learned to let go, and I got to tell you, life is way better.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Mad.
Wait a
Someone
second.
said, etc. I had to leave the room.
But Willie, that you do exhibit every now and then some Griswoldisms.
Oh, yeah, I got it in me for sure.
I wanted to do a podcast called Etc.
Yeah.
But somebody else trademarked it apparently.
Oh.
Really?
Because there's a Jack Nicholson movie where he's the late night radio host.
Jack Nicholson or Clint Eastwood?
Jack Nicholson.
What's it called?
It's called The King of Marvin Gardens.
Oh, yeah.
You ever see
I've
that
always
one?
wanted to see that movie.
I'm not sure it holds up. But
Oh, no.
Jack's great, and the name of the show is Etc. Late night. And the red light's going off when the phone's ringing. Oh, it's great. It's great radio stuff. Let's see now. A couple things going on. We have Christy Lee at the news desk, and she is clear-eyed.
Bushy-tailed.
Yes.
She's not bushy-tailed. She's clear-eyed. She's got her bangs all trimmed up, looking great.
Yeah, I can see now.
And you have some news of the animal variety. Am I getting this right?
Sure, I do. A horse was spotted riding in the backseat of a car at a McDonald's drive-thru. A video captured at a McDonald's in New South Wales, Australia, shows the small horse leaning its head out the back window of a car, passing
hilarious.
through the drive-thru.
I'll have a number 2.
It's adorable. Donna Bevan, who took the video, told Storyful she first thought the animal was a huge white dog until she looked again. In the video, the driver of the other vehicle tells Bevan that the horse's name is Rocco and that he's very excited for his ice cream.
I thought he'd get a Phil Hay o' fish.
Do they serve Phil Hay?
You can take a horse
In
to
Tom's
McDonald's.
World.
I saw him in a drive-thru at Arby's.
Really?
And he goes, "May I have some me sauce?"
There you go.
And they laughed and laughed, and then they were shut down because they had a horse.
You don't want to take him. You don't want to take. I mean, a horse at McDonald's is great, but you don't want to take him to Jose's Taco Palace.
Why not?
Why?
Because he'll probably get the trots.
Oh boy! It's real cute and all, but
Can you take a horse through a drive-thru? Is that what we're talking about?
sure.
It's in the
you mean
car.
could a cowboy or a mountie?
No,
We get that story all the time.
I know
Yeah.
you can't walk up.
You can't
and
walk.
order.
I don't think you can take a horse.
It has to be
through
the
drive-
main drive-through. The horse main.
Maine.
No.
No.
Sorry, Pat.
You didn't have to say no.
I didn't,
It
have
was
my,
obvious.
I didn't have my finger on the trigger there.
Somebody had to say something.
Trigger,
Pat.
another horse.
Solid no. Hey, Pat, I'm just looking at you for the first time because how bad that was. And your hair looks darker than it did yesterday. Have you been messing with it?
No, I didn't touch it since I did touch it last week.
Pat.
Or should I say retouched it?
Okay.
All right.
Does your girlfriend help you do that?
No, do it in the hotel. Mess up a couple towels.
Do you have to put like that plastic thing on your head?
No, you don't have to do that.
Do you just color the hair on your head, or do you do like that little patch above your ass and your arms?
I do the hole by my butt.
That little
I didn't want to be
patch
dirty.
above your ass.
Beautiful displays of language there.
I've known Pat for a long time. I didn't know he had a little passion.
I didn't either.
Look at him. Of course he does. He's
tuft.
hairy.
I
Yeah.
have a little tuft there, yeah.
Yeah, everybody has a tuft. I have a tuft.
I don't have a tuft.
I so shockingly
No.
don't have a tuft.
I used to have mine waxed. It was so thick.
Well, but she.
Her ass tuft.
In all fairness, she is Italian. So.
Oh, sure.
Did I say too much?
Cut to Jessica in 2002. No, just the area over the Justin Timberlake tattoo. Please and thank you.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Now, Josh, I know you like to be relatively clean-shaven.
Yeah.
South of the border, if you
Sure,
will.
sure.
And have you had a waxing recently?
No, it's been.
What you do?
No, I'm more of a home manscaper now.
With the wax?
No,
You stopped that, right?
I found they finally come out with a clipper that is just excellent. No nicking.
Oh, the Pubix 2000?
Gentle.
It's called Manscaped, and it's wonderful. Yeah, I love it.
That's what I use.
Big fan.
Is there a guard on it to prevent the finer tissues from being sliced?
I don't use a guard. It may have come with guards.
You go bareback?
Yes. Yeah, because it doesn't.
Freestyle.
It does not cut.
Do you have to have a series of mirrors so you can access everything?
That's right. It's like a Cirque du Soleil performance in my room when I
Balance. Very funny.
when I have
Just in your
to shave
tiptoes.
areas that I can't see because of my girth. That's right.
No, it's not a
enjoy
matter of
being a
girth.
bully?
The skinniest man on earth can't see back there.
A lot
What
of
are
it
you
is by
doing back
feel.
there?
You can just
Well,
have
if you're like Jesse, he's got this massive tuft over his ass.
I don't have that. But yeah, no, it works great.
Do you get yours waxed off?
Not anymore. I don't care. But yeah, there was a time in college, around 2002, where I got it waxed
Do
pretty
they
regularly.
still make Nair?
They do still make Nair.
Oh,
yeah.
Use that for the ears.
Does that sting?
I've always wondered if it burned too.
If you leave it on too long, it does.
It's made of napalm. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh.
And DDT. Yeah. Wow.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
That was always a gag back in the day that they put Nair in the jock straps.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, really?
Oh, that'd be good.
Like the liquid smoke in Revenge of the Nerds. Remember they did that? Looks like salad. I love that game.
Okay, well, let's get back to the animal hunk from Christy Lee. What else?
Come back with it in a minute.
No, we'll do it right
now. Sorry, I'm
no,
sorry.
we won't.
Oh,
I lost track.
So late.
Of time.
We don't care today, baby.
We have the story about the raccoon whose testicles were frozen to the train tracks.
Yes.
That's awful.
It is awful.
Well, then there's a hero. A hero steps up.
Super raccoon.
Neil Mullis is the man's name.
We'll get to that.
He's a great American, and we'll find out what happened to the raccoon, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
No, Tim has his guitar out. Are you going to play
I
something?
hate Florida.
Why?
Because
you're from Georgia. That's why.
Georgia people hate Florida. Why? Because we grew up our whole lives wanting to go to Florida. Put a float on top of the car. Oh my God, we're going to Florida. Drive 4 hours. Get there. Do you have a hotel room? Yeah, they're $100. Unless you want to be near the water. Then they're $400. Okay? No, we don't want to be near the water. We want to sit in a hot-ass asphalt parking lot with a float on top of the car and finish up these pecan logs we got in Valdosta. So then a hurricane comes. They evacuate back to Georgia. Oh, my God, do you have a hotel room? Yeah, they're $100, unless you want to be away from the water.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Yeah, it is, and thanks so much for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. You're tuned to Bob and Tom 24/7. You can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel if you want to switch over there anytime. Even right now, of course, we're on a break, but when they get back in studio, they'll be chit-chatting with each other, and you can see on the YouTube exactly what's going on. Thanks to Jeff Oskey behind the scenes. He's got a little camera switching room that looks more like a small airport, like he could be landing planes, but it's what he does, and he does a good job of it, and you can see for yourself on our YouTube channel. Just search the Bob and Tom Show on YouTube. Next thing you know, you're watching the show as you're listening to it. Yes, it's a radio show, but we're on the TV, the YouTube channel. Check it out, won't you? And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A hoped for boom in Chinese tourism over next week's Lunar New Year holiday looks set to be more of a blip as most travelers opt to stay inside China if they go anywhere at all. From the beaches of Bali to Hokkaido's powdery ski slopes, I don't know. The hordes of Chinese often seen in pre-COVID days will still be missing, tour operators say. It's a bitter disappointment for many businesses that were hoping lean pandemic times might be over for Beijing, relaxed restrictions on travel, and stopped requiring weeks of quarantine. Still, bookings for overseas travel have skyrocketed, suggesting it's only a matter of time until the industry recovers. Authorities say actor Julian Sands, who starred in the Oscar-nominated film A Room with a View, has been missing for 5 days in the Southern California mountains. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said Wednesday crews are using helicopters and drones to search for Sands. He was reported missing Friday on a trail on Mount Baldy. The ground search has been suspended since Saturday because of dangerous conditions and will be resumed when it's safe. Sands starred opposite Helena Bonham Carter in the 1989 British romance A Room with a View and had major roles in the films Arachnophobia, Naked Lunch, and Leaving Las Vegas. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
Little ditty about Jack Bauer's plan to try and stop a nerve gas attack by the mean Russian man. Jack is hiding in the ductwork, crawling around. Then it pops up, pulls his gun, shouting, "Everybody down!" Jack is just trying to keep America free. But tell him a lie and he'll shoot your wife right in the knee. Gotta get the intel, no matter the cost. He gonna give the wet list to that German dude who was on Lost. Jackie said, Chloe, upload them schematics to my PDA. Gonna put my jacket hood on, hold my breath and save the day. Jackie said, oh yeah, life goes on. Long after they set off the nerve gas bomb. Oh yeah, I said life goes on. Long after Michelle, Tony, and Edgar are gone. Little ditty about Jack Bauer's plan. Gonna whisper, then shout some, then whisper it again. Curtis, where are you? Tell me about Mr. Cooper. Tell me about Mr. Cooper. Get in the chopper now. I said I wanted a cheeseburger.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yes, I am.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
It's a chowder day, chick. A chowder day.
Chowder.
A day for chowder.
Seafood or
New England clam. That Manhattan clam chowder can keep itself.
Hate it. Yeah, it's got to be creamy.
I like chowder where there's a whole lobster tail in every bite.
Oh, man.
Thick chowder.
That is some good chowder.
To make the money you make.
To waste the money I've wasted. There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Like a corn chowder, my friend.
Oh.
Potato and corn.
Oh,
corn chowder. Big fan right here.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's the biggest fan. I'm a big fan of yours, Tom.
Well, thank you very much. I can understand that.
Shut up.
Now, we had, let's see, our last story was about an actual horse in the backseat of a car.
Little baby horse. Yeah, a little horse.
What do you mean?
Not like a thoroughbred.
Do you say that's our last story? Forever?
No, our most recent story.
Oh!
The last one I mean, if you see the picture, it's hilarious.
It is cute.
This horse head sticking out of the back
And
seat.
He does look like a huge white dog at
Mildly
first.
amusing. Hilarious.
Yes. If you were driving into work,
yeah,
guy pulls up next to you, you look over, there's a horse sticking its head out the
I'd roll
out
my
the,
window
out the
down, and I'd go, "Oh, thanks for the mild amusement."
No, unless Jerry Lewis is seated beside the horse, then it's hilarious. Thank you, Louis C.K.
He was in the back seat, of course, so it wasn't Mr. Ed.
No, he'd be driving.
No. Mr. Ed would be he would have called shotgun. He would have been right there in the front seat.
I thought Mr. Ed drove a bus or something.
Now, do we
didn't
have
he?
our raccoon story? Because this is painful.
It's the step van.
Oh, was it a step
yeah,
van?
Mr. Ed did famously drive a step van.
Thank you.
Hilarious.
What is a step van?
Yeah, it's one of those things where there's no door there and you can just walk right out.
Oh, I thought it was when
like
you
a
married
UPS
somebody
truck?
who already had a
Yeah.
van.
You adopted a van.
Oh,
You're cool.
Lord.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
You are.
And I told it.
You are.
I don't think so.
You're dangerously close to Reader's Digestville with step van.
My goal is to be a writer for Reader's Digest.
All right, well.
Humor in uniform.
You're getting there.
Video of a railroad worker is going viral after he rescued a raccoon whose testicles had become stuck to a train track due to freezing temperatures.
Now, there's a reality show I'd watch if it were people. We've taken Howie Mandel and glued his testicles to the train tracks.
Oh, I thought he would be the host. You're digging away his nuts?
Will any of these people rescue him?
In his TikTok video, Mr. Neil Mullis can be heard saying that the chili critter's, quote, nuts froze to the rail as the camera pans to the raccoon. The clip then cuts to tufts of fur clinging to the rail, while Mullis exclaims, "Operation well performed. Little fella is safe."
Okay, good. I'm glad
He then
he's okay.
zooms in on the rail and says, "There's the rest of his nut hair."
Come on with that.
Mullis, a 35-year-old railway worker.
So, in other words, he had the good taste not to show
the nut hair?
How he separated the...
Oh.
Well, how did he do it?
He actually
I would
used,
assume a shovel.
He used a manscape like Josh uses.
Maybe he could just sort of
warm
he could
water.
sort of or
Yeah,
cup
warm
them
water.
and breathe on
Yeah.
them.
Why would he use a shovel?
A shovel. That way you could scrape the...
Oh, my God, Tom.
Well, you'd have to.
Is that how you would want it done?
No, you'd have to lick them.
Yeah, I think you would have to.
You'd have to get them warm.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, keep reading. I'm sorry.
Mullis, a 35-year-old railway worker from Georgia, said in a follow-up video he used warm water and a shovel to work him loose.
A shovel.
As for how he got the raccoon free unscathed, Mullis said little fella didn't want to get hit by the train as bad as I didn't want to get bit, so that's why.
What a sweet thing to do.
How big are raccoon nuts?
I don't know.
I love this.
Oh, wait a second. Pat, you want to take this?
I have no idea, Jess. I'm proud to say I've never seen it.
I was just like, you think they fit in my hand?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
for
think
sure.
so. I'm going to say grape size.
Oh, grape? That's it?
I would think so.
It is hilarious how
grape nuts.
Small animals
Oh, that's
have
where they
kind of
come
larger.
from.
Have larger nuts?
That'll get you almost human sized.
You think so?
Aren't nuts funny? They're just funny.
They're very funny.
They're so funny.
This would have been a much funnier scene in the Christmas story. if that kid had gotten his nuts on that pole. Of course.
Well, that guy.
I double dog dare you, my ass.
That kid went on adult cinema, right? He might have his
Oh,
nuts
really?
stuck to something. Yeah, Scotty
That's an urban
Schwartz.
legend, isn't it?
There's probably been lips on
Have
it.
you guys ever had your nuts stuck to something?
My leg.
Oh, okay.
Summer
Yeah,
night,
yeah,
During
yeah.
one of those legal entanglements, mine was in a vice. But other than that,
Right. No, but like in your zipper, maybe? You ever
No,
done that?
thankfully no.
I have.
Yes?
You have?
guys have zipped them?
Yeah, that's
Zipped them.
A lot of blood.
Oh.
We got a bleeder.
Then you got to make that decision, like in the Western movies where the guy's got the arrow. Do you leave it in or pull it out?
Right.
You zip up and realize it's in there, and you go, okay.
No, how is that even physically possible?
Why would you zip it? Wouldn't you zip it down?
No. You've got your fly down, Christy, and various
Yes.
external activities are happening outside of the jeans.
I don't
And
understand.
You're in a
this.
hurry. And
so you're getting your pants off really quick because you're going to have coitus. Is that what you're saying?
You're doing it?
No.
Oh, he had to pee.
No, you're peeing.
Oh, I had to pee.
And then one thing, and you're
Well, that's the way girls get pregnant.
kind of
right?
in a rush, and then you zip up, and unfortunately, certain fleshy
Yikes.
flanges are and outliers, and
A fleshy flange.
trying to be delicate here. But yeah, that can hurt.
Scrotal tissue is fine.
Right.
Okay, all right, but it hurts.
You know,
Very sensitive area.
in your desire
Well, I
to
have- yes.
sound cleaner, you sound filthier. Okay?
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. Leave
Fleshy
him alone.
flanges.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to describe it in such a way that it's a little more sophisticated.
Sure.
You don't want to say
Speaking of
nut skin?
sophisticated, a man in the UK says his dog discovered a massive sex toy at a local park.
That's not bloody likely.
Manuel Barcia of Leeds was walking his golden retriever named Ahsoka.
Ahsoka?
Ahsoka?
That's what Tom eats.
Ahsoka, yeah, that's acai, but yeah. Ahsoka when the dog ran off into some long grass.
My feet hurt. I soak them.
Yeah, the 15-month-old dog. It's A-H-S-O-K-A.
No one cares. I want to hear about this dog.
The 15-month-old dog returned with a large vibrating dildo, which Barcia struggled to pry from Ahsoka's mouth. The 50-year-old told Metro, quote, being a retriever, she always brings sticks, backs, or rocks. I got the treats out and convinced her to put it down so I didn't have to pick it up. Then I hooked her on her leash and we quickly left. Though Ahsoka was reluctant to leave the sex toy behind, according to her owner. He added, quote, I guess it's still there in the grass somewhere.
Well, this guy better not walk around his house naked. Now that this golden retriever has a taste for it. Oh, look, there's the same thing I saw in the park, only smaller.
Yikes. It's a funny thing to leave in the park.
Yeah, how did this become a story? Like, did he call the news? Did he say, hey, my dog found a dildo?
I don't know, but Pat's got a song about it.
There was a farmer, had a dog, found a giant dildo.
D-I-L-D-O,
D-I-L-D-O, D-I-L-D-O. That dog, he found a dildo. The instructions on the dildo say, stick it in and go. You won't get the I-N-G-O. 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 The dog, he found a dildo. Best thing I've ever done.
You trying to clap.
So Jess, your question is, why would there be a live dildo in the park?
Her question, that was my question. Her question is, how are we knowing about this? Why is this a story?
Yeah.
Did he call the newspaper and go, hey, my dog found?
Yeah. How did the person not keep it to themselves?
Exactly. Did he call, like, is there a community lost and found? He said, hey, park ranger, there's a ding-dong back here.
Yeah.
Next door, we found a ding-dong out in the park.
There you go.
I'm sorry, I had not Googled this until just now. Have you seen the picture?
No, I would love to.
Yeah,
though.
no, you don't.
It is.
What color is it? Is it bright pink?
It would be pinkish, Caucasian-y.
Is it anatomically?
It's anatomically
so
correct.
Small. It's very small.
And he's
not small
and
at all.
he's cut like an Englishman, and this is the kind that looks like you stick to the top of a table.
Yes.
There's a big
It has a suction
cup on the bottom, and it's huge.
Where was it found?
in the tall grass at the park. What situation are you just like, I got to get rid of this thing, and you throw
In
it?
the UK.
Maybe it's your burner dildo. you got your regular dildo, then you keep the burner dildo so no one sees it.
Wow.
You found a picture of this thing?
No, I haven't yet.
It's huge.
And the dog looks happy as can be.
Oh,
He's
sure.
having the time of his life.
Well, he thinks it's a big stick.
Here we go.
The tail swing. It is a big stick. In some
Okay.
ways.
The dog has it in his mouth, and it's hilarious. Do you have that picture?
Yeah, it's huge.
That's hilarious. And
Look what I got.
I regret that I can't put that on Instagram.
And look at how filthy the dog is. The bottom 8 inches of all four legs are covered
Let me
in
tell you
mud.
something. That dog has never been happier. Look
Oh, yeah.
He's so happy.
Wow.
He's tired of just fetching balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that'll happen.
That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Once again, we have more news coming up with Christy Lee at the news desk.
We have a couple locking themselves in dog crates, which is kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd they do that?
We'll find out.
Must be Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And am I correct in saying you are prepared for the Shoe-In of the Week picks? You versus me and Willie?
Yes, I'm ready.
When we come back.
Bring it, boy.
Okay, the NFL, some great games this weekend. We're going to be going up against the Chickster, and that'll happen when we return. A couple of other quick things. I will remind you that this portion of our program is brought to you by BetterHelp. When you're at your best, of course, you're doing great. Right now, maybe a little rough. Maybe you feel a little bit overwhelmed, and who wouldn't? 1,000 TV channels. There's so much going on. There's information everywhere, some of it good, some of it not so good. How about maybe working with a therapist and getting closer to the better version of you? A lot of people find therapy very, very useful, and BetterHelp has connected more than 3 million people with licensed therapists. It's convenient, secure, and accessible anywhere because it's 100% online. So it has the benefits of in-person therapy, but much more convenient and much more affordable. The details can be found at betterhelp.com/BT show. So if you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. And how it works, well, you fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched up with a licensed therapist. And by the way, if you need to switch therapists at any time, you can for no additional charge. So if you'd like to live a more empowered life, therapy may be for you. BetterHelp can help you get there. The Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Visit them today at betterhelp.com/BT Show and get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/BT Show. BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT Show. When we come back, we're going to say cheese.
Cheese.
You'll find out why. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison. And for everything Bob and Tom, check out the website, bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to our social media sites, and, of course, the Bob and Tom Show puppets. It's where they lurk, where they live, where they entertain. It's bobandtom.com. Have some fun. Go check it out. And when you get back, go back in again and have more fun. Videos of Pat Godwin playing songs in the entertainment performance room. There's Ace Cosby telling some of his classic jokes of the day. There's Willie Griswold. There are the Bob and Tom Show puppets and video. You can click and watch them all day long. They're very entertaining. Just make sure you get them back by 8 p.m. We want them to get a good night's sleep. bobandtom.com is where you go. Have some fun. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. President Joe Biden is set to tour damaged areas of California and be briefed on recovery efforts in the wake of devastating storms that have hit the state in recent weeks. At least 20 people have died. Destruction has been reported across 41 of California's 58 counties. On Thursday, the president will tour Santa Cruz County, accompanied by the FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell, Governor Gavin Newsom, and other state and local officials. Biden will also meet with business owners, first responders, and residents before delivering his remarks. The countdown toward a possible U.S. government default is in the offing, and friction between President Joe Biden and House Republicans raising alarms about whether the U.S. can sidestep a potential economic crisis. The Treasury Department projects that the federal government today will reach its legal borrowing capacity. It's an artificially imposed cap that lawmakers have increased roughly 80 times since the 1960s. Markets so far remain calm as the government can temporarily rely on accounting tweaks to stay open. Messing with the books. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, who was one of the first members of her generation elected as a national leader and became a global icon of the left, announced that she is leaving office after 5.5 years. Fighting tears, Ardern said she had given my absolute all, but didn't have, quote, the gas in the tank needed to serve another term. February 7th will be her last day as Prime Minister. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon. Just slap a little on. Repeatedly.
Oh, gosh. Thanks, I needed that.
Is that Mr. Béchon?
Yeah, I think that's the sign.
Mr. Béchon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I'm dating a guy who checks all the boxes. He's literally perfect, very hot, great job, but he has 2 divorces and 4 kids, so he literally has no money.
Oh, my gosh. He has no money.
He checks all the boxes. You're okay.
No, he's
Move
not
on.
perfect if he doesn't have what you want.
She can't stand watching him hand over his money to his past
Children.
family, otherwise known by many as paying child support.
That's hilarious.
Being responsible.
Chasing good money after bad.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Yes, it's time now for another exciting episode.
Oh, no.
Of Murray Whiskey, Frontier Funeral Director.
Oh, no.
My hero. In this episode, Murray Whiskey has just gotten married. And he brings his beautiful new wife to their honeymoon room, their suite. They're getting undressed on their wedding night there. Murray Whiskey drops his trousers, throws them over to his new little bride, says, "Put those on." She looks at him incredulously. She says, "Go ahead, put them on." She puts on the trousers. She says, "They're too big. I can't wear these." Murray Whiskey says, "That's right. Remember that. I wear the pants in this family. Don't you ever forget that." She says, "Fine." She takes off her panties. She throws them over to Murray Whiskey. She says, "You put those on." He tries. She says, "You made me do it. You've got to do it." He says, "Okay." So he tries to get them on. Can't do it. He says, "I can't even get these past my thighs." He says, "I can't get into these panties." She says, "Yeah, and until you change your attitude, you're not going to either, partner."
A true tale from the Old West.
That concludes another exciting episode of Murray Whiskey.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Pat Godwin with his guitar.
Hello.
Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Jess Hooker's here.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. Hello, Tom.
Thank you very much. We've been waiting in the wings. I'm sorry, he's been waiting in the wings all day.
Who?
Who? Are you kidding me?
Who's that sexy man with the deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
2 soldiers in a tank.
Yes.
No, not that one again.
Uh-oh, I didn't hear this one.
What do you call a jacket that goes up in flames?
A jacket?
A jacket.
What?
Up in flames. A blazer.
Well, naturally.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Okay,
No.
In all fairness, Jess did not hear the joke he started to tell.
Yeah.
But they didn't have it. There's 2 soldiers in a tank.
Okay.
One turns to the other and goes, bloop, 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 bloop.
Oh, I did hear this. And it
See, it's
was
an
equally
aquarium.
disappointing the
It's like an
second time. Yeah.
It's freaking hilarious.
No.
I will tell you, Ace,
aquarium.
that I have an acquaintance who actually sent me a text and said, "I stole Ace's tank joke today."
Really?
He really liked it.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
People know humor.
You must be popular.
Why
at
do
the
you
office.
think they call it dope? My God.
And he doesn't do dope either.
Okay. Well, let's see. Where were we? Oh, I know. We were talking about the possibility of the shoe-in of the week. Is that correct?
What do you
And,
mean, the
Chick McGee-
possibility? It's time, baby! Let's take
Put your
a
money
look
where your mouth is.
at that season record. It's... Where the hell's the season record?
49 and
49 and 44, baby!
that's good.
Damn right. Some say this is the greatest weekend of the National Football League season each and every year when we get together and have the divisional games. Goodness knows how it's going to end up. All right, that's enough. That's like, it's called Drive Hard or something. Did you know that music?
I did not.
It was written by Herb Alpert.
No, it's
It's
not.
a lie, but thank you.
Okay, first up, Saturday, 4:30 Eastern, we got the Jaguars,
Yes.
traveling to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Jags getting 9. Who do you boys like? The Griswold Consortium. Do you like the Jaguars plus the 9 or Kansas City minus the 9?
I'm going KC -9. I
Is
think
that right?
Pat Mahomes and the fellas are going to get this done.
Son of a gun.
All right,
by
Tom, what do
more
you
than
got?
9.
I agree with Willie.
Well, you're like father, like son. You're both wrong. I'm going to take Jags plus 9. Now, don't misunderstand me. Don't misunderstand me.
They could lose.
I think the Jaguars will lose and Kansas City will win, but it's going to be close. As my mother would say, it's going to be close. Okay, Saturday night, the Giants travel to the Philadelphia Eagles.
SATURDAY.
Night! The Eagles are favored by a touchdown. That's right, 7 points. Who do you like, Willie?
I like
Philly minus the 7 or Giants plus the 7?
I like Philly -7. Same reason.
Wow.
Extra week of rest. I think they're red hot right now.
No
I'm
kidding.
taking Philly -7.
Maybe they're
Tom,
too.
I agree with Baby Wilbur, too.
You concur. Baby Wilbur. I like the Giants plus the 7.
Yeah.
And write this. Jalen Hurts will be exposed. He'll throw two interceptions. And the Giants are going to win outright.
There you go.
And the next thing you know, they're going to be in the NFC Championship game. And now that brings us to Sunday, in the game that wasn't played when it was scheduled early in the season. But
SUNDA. Why? Oh.
Sunday.
The Buffalo Bills hosting the Cincinnati Bengals, 3 o'clock Eastern. The Bengals getting 5. Who do you guys like, Bills or the Bengals?
And they're in Cincinnati?
And they're in Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo.
For that reason, I think that like if they make a Damar Hamlin hype video, I think this is Buffalo minus 5.
I think he's going to be there.
He better be playing.
Oh, Josh.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What do you
think, Tommy?
What do you like in that one, Tom?
I am going to go with Cincinnati, frankly.
I am
There
taking
was some sloppy moments for both those teams last weekend, but
I am taking Cincinnati plus the 5 as well, and I think Cincinnati wins this ball game.
Come on, man.
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right.
And finally, the Dallas Cowboys travel to the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, the 49ers and the Cowboys, they have a long history in the NFL playoffs, my friends. But none of that works into this weekend. Actually, it really doesn't matter. Who do you like? San Francisco.
Storylines. No.
No storylines. San Francisco minus the 4, Dallas plus the 4.
I think San Francisco is going to win, but I like Dallas plus 4. I think it's going to be close. Yeah,
so which were you picking here?
I'm picking Dallas plus 4.
No, that's right.
I'm taking San Francisco minus the 4.
Me too.
There it is.
Chicken, I agree there.
All right.
There we go.
that?
And that's the
left
shoe-in
my
of the week. Everyone else stole from me picking games.
The 49s.
Now, 49.
So you and Wilbur don't agree on any games,
Right, exactly.
and you and Tom agree on 2. Okay, that's right. I just want to make sure.
That's correct. Now, we'll certainly look forward to the games this weekend. The huge television ratings last weekend.
Certainly will, yep.
Gigantic ratings.
Yeah.
Well, they were good games. They were really
I
good
kind of
games.
was wondering if a lot of people bailed on Saturday night.
It didn't
Is
look
that when
like
the Jaguars played?
Yeah.
When they were down 27-0.
I'm just wondering if the next day people didn't bail because they had, I bailed yesterday. And
Yeah.
I don't think they did bail.
I'm asking.
Saturday night.
I
did.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't.
The close-up ratings to see if
I think it's different now, too, with social media. People can go, holy cow, this comeback is going to be incredible. And then people jump back on.
I started watching it in the third quarter. I hadn't watched a bit of it, and then I turned it on in the third quarter. I go, well, this is going to be interesting. See, I know stuff. You guys don't. You just think I'm.
But you didn't. You just felt it in the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys think I'm a stupid idiot.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do. It's fine.
Just an idiot.
See.
Yeah, stupid Indians.
Hey, nice callback.
It's a little redundant, isn't it?
There you go.
But anyway, don't ever forget when you're thinking of the NFL this weekend.
What's your price for flight? How much?
Stop.
Okay.
And this is just for Josh.
Yes, sir.
Name this tune.
Why is he laughing? I don't get it.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, first off, do you guys like it?
It sounds like a Weird Science Revenge of the Nerds.
I like it. I like it fine.
Okay. And it really kicks in here.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Is this from Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D?
It sure is. It's the theme song.
All right.
Doesn't this make you...
What year is this?
83, I think.
Okay.
Very much.
It makes sense.
Very 80.
Doesn't it make you...
Scary.
Yeah, ready to be frightened?
Oh, yes.
It sounds like it was.
I'm ready. Bring it on.
It sounds like it was produced by cocaine.
100%.
Hey, let's get a scary synthesizer.
A vital chapter in the franchise, by the way. That's the first film to introduce the hockey mask.
Oh.
No kidding.
Yeah, Jason wore a sack in the second film.
Is that right?
How'd he see?
Through an eye hole. He had one eye hole.
Oh,
I always wondered why he didn't go ahead and cut the second eye hole.
Right.
Oh, no. Actually, I know the answer to
What?
that. He's very, very deformed, and his second eye, the eye hole would be like droop. It would.
Oh, okay.
But wouldn't it have been a nice scene had he been walking along with the sack on his head and only one eye, and a guy comes toward him with 2 holes in his sack, and he goes, "Hey, that's a great idea."
It would be, but again, his face is such that.
Do you get to see it?
Do you ever see his
Oh yeah,
face?
when you see
face?
the reveal in part 2, it's a moment.
Oh,
yeah.
they reveal it.
They sure do. Yeah,
Now, was he in the fire, if I remember right?
No, he drowned. The opposite of being in a fire.
Yeah.
So
You get deformed when
wait
you
a minute.
drown?
Then he came back to life? What
He was already
Deformed before he drowned.
Is that is he Betsy Palmer's
That's right.
son?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, Mrs. Voorhees, friend of the Christies.
That's right.
He is out swimming,
Yes.
and well, the
Is he
camp
at camp?
counselors
Yeah.
are fooling around, aren't they? Having sex.
Having sex.
Yes.
They ignore it.
Well, and he drowns.
And that's why he's so mad.
Well, he's particularly mad because, spoiler alert, sorry everybody, he sees his mother get decapitated in part 1.
What was she doing?
Like a Bambi thing?
She was laughing her head off.
What was the occasion?
Why would she get?
Friday the 13th is Jason's birthday.
Okay.
But why was she decapitated?
She was murdering people.
She was murdering people,
yeah.
and then she got.
She was
murdered.
avenging her son's death.
Right, because those camp counselors ignored his pleas for
Right.
help.
Which is why...
But that he comes back to life, though? That's what I'm confused about.
Yes. Well, he's been alive this whole time, perhaps.
So he didn't drown.
Who's to say?
Jesus.
Well, you just said.
He said he drowned.
Yeah, he doesn't really become that supernatural until part 6.
Maybe this should be an
Now I got to go back and watch it.
You should watch all of them, yeah. I have them all. DVD, Blu-ray, what do you need, pal?
DVD.
Laser disc.
I haven't upgraded to Blu-ray yet.
And I also have the movie novelization of Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, if you would like to read it.
In book form.
That's right. I begged my parents to buy it for me when we were in line at Target.
Oh, my Lord.
You should have taken that to one of the classes where the professor goes, okay, you can read any book you want, it's like a full report. I want 1,000 words in 3 days.
It's worth money now. You know why?
Why?
Jason's father shows up at the end of the book, but not in the movie.
Wow.
You mean Big Daddy Voorhees?
That's right.
Oh, my God.
Where's he been this whole time?
Well,
Deadbeat dad?
Is he dead, or is he just a deadbeat?
No, he's a man. He's a man. Real man.
Nuts intact, the whole thing.
Yep.
Okay, good to know.
Fathering the children.
He left.
Christy,
he
if you
left
have anything in front of you that has words on it, read it.
I wonder how long.
Christy just pulls out a copy of the novelization.
I wish I had it.
However,
Dear God.
but once again, Tom, you've never been funnier than you were yesterday when the coffee arrived and you said, at last I can really concentrate on not paying attention.
I laughed so hard.
So hard.
The company called Sleep Junkie says it's looking to test out whether eating cheese before bed gives you nightmares, to see whether different cheeses have more of an effect on sleep quality than others.
And I think this must be some English. Have you ever heard this? That
Yes.
Yeah, this happens.
cheese gives you nightmares?
No, but I have heard of Fred Krueger, who haunts your nightmares in the Nightmare on Elm
Yes.
Street franchise.
Okay.
Now, Jason once fought Freddy Krueger.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Jason
sorry.
versus.
Who
No,
won that
Josh,
fight?
I know you're trying to be silly right now, but this actually, I have this disease, and it's whenever I eat cheese before sleep, I always think there's a monster in my closet. And boys, it's nothing for that.
He's
He
attacking
was
you.
ready. Look at that. He's all ready to go. Gosh.
I have
My
this
mouth is agape.
That's the kind of teamwork that's going to win those sports picks.
Sleep Junkie will pay 5 cheese lovers to eat different cheeses before going to bed. Selected candidates are expected to log their sleep quality in a sleep tracker,
Sweet quality.
as well as provide a written evaluation of sleep quality, energy levels throughout the week, and any feedback on dreams and nightmares.
Wow.
This 3-month experiment starts in March. Participants will be compensated $1,000 upon completion of the study. If you're interested, you can apply at sleepjunkie.com.
Actually, life gives me nightmares.
Yeah.
Oh, not just cheese.
There's stuff going on, and yeah.
Do you really have nightmares based on cheese?
So last night I had brie for dinner. I had a little single serving of brie with some crostini and some artichokes. And I had a terrible nightmare. That's not a joke. That's the first time I've ever been able to.
But it's from this exotic cheese?
No, it's not exotic cheese. It's cheese in general. Like there's a pectin or there's a something in it that can cause
Interesting.
I've never heard this. I don't have that phenomenon, so I don't know.
Everybody eat cheese tonight and tell us what you dream
Be a
about
horror
tomorrow.
movie.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Nightmare on Charcuterie Street.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jason Voorhees.
There you go.
These are all good.
That was the best. That was the best.
Now, Josh, what's your policy on crackers and cheese in the bedroom?
What?
I don't.
these days.
No. Come on. You do
Every
too.
now and then.
No, no.
You have
What
crackers.
do you mean every now and then?
You never have a lady.
Duck
You
and
never
some
have a lady
cheese.
over and put the whore in hors d'oeuvres.
You get a cracker, you get a cheese, you get a roast beef right there in the bed.
Yes,
You know you
yeah,
do.
sure. Oh, yeah, of
There
course.
it is.
I can't sleep with. In fact, every time I go to a hotel, I go, hey, no mints on the pillow, please. A Lunchables would be fine.
No food in the bed.
Yeah, I'm with you. Why?
Isn't that a joke, though? Like, don't you guys say something about a hot girl and crackers? And...
I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
You
you
can say that, or I drink her bath water. One of the two. Would
Oh, okay.
Well, and then you and your buddy stand in a circle, and the last one to complete
Hey.
has to eat crackers.
What?
That's a thing. I'm not sure where that came from, but old fraternity lore.
Dear functioning idiots,
That's us.
when are you going to have a Tom off? That's right, a contest where listeners submit a 10-second impersonation of Tom.
Well, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Let the fun begin. This is from our buddy Ed.
Oh, who could we get to sponsor this contest?
There you go.
Tom's, the toothpaste people.
There you go.
Yeah,
Tom's mom's cookies.
Tom's
Yeah.
deodorant.
Yeah.
There you go.
Harbor Springs.
Don't we have Tom's shoes?
There you go.
There was Tom McCann.
Oh, yeah.
He spelled it Thom. Are they still out there?
I don't know.
Oh, Tom McCann, the no-neck man. Yeah.
Tom Bodette?
No.
Was that his name?
No, Tom McCann
No,
was
it's
the
a
shoe
different
seller.
position.
Tom Bodette was the light-on
Yeah,
guy.
I'm just saying, another sponsor named Tom. I was playing the game. You guys changed the rules on
Well,
it.
how would he be a sponsor?
How would Tom McCann be a sponsor?
They sell shoes.
Tom Bodette sells hotel rooms.
Yeah, why is McCann more valid than Bodette?
You're telling me Bodette isn't better than McCann?
I bet one's alive and one's not.
I would think you're right on that one. Right now, I want to talk about enjoying this program, which has been hard the last 10 minutes. And
Really
speaking
has.
of things that have been hard the last 10 minutes, Chick, tell me about Raycon earbuds.
I will when I have to calm down here. That's right, Raycons. 2023, ladies and gentlemen, is the year of the earbuds. They're even going to become more indispensable. This is from Matthew. Every night when I get off of work and everyone is asleep, I go home, I put my Raycons in and listen to that day's show. Right now, I was doing my nightly routine, and Tom mentioned in my Raycon earbuds, I bet the bagpipes get her so moist she slips out of her chair.
Being sarcastic.
I spit my ice cream out all over a new blanket my wife had just bought. Love you guys. Chick, one day they will give you the respect you deserve.
Oh.
Well, thank you, Matt from Fresno.
Just one day, though. Not like every day of the week.
Just
That'd be
one
a
day.
lot.
Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever with optimized gel tips that fit every ear ever made, and they do not budge. 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, 3 customizable sound profiles, and now go to buyraycon.com/Tom to get 15% off your Raycon order. Save money. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Score 15% off your Raycon purchase. Buy one as a gift and one a pair for yourself. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much. Coming up, we will continue to enlighten you.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Regarding Friday the 13th, you see at the end of the first,
Yes.
Adrian King, our final girl.
Right?
She says, well, what about the boy? And the police officer says, we didn't find any boy.
Oh.
A fascinating ending.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. We'll not learn about that when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
And it was I was flying from somewhere to somewhere, and I saw in the magazine they said 3% of people use 5 to 6% of their brain, and that's the smart people. And then I called my friend and I told him that, and we made this up. They say 3% of people use 5 to 6% of their brain. 97% use just 3%, and the rest goes down the drain. I'll never know which one I am, but I'll bet you my last dime. 99% think we're 3% 100% of the time. They say 60% of all statistics are made up right there on the spot. And 83.4% of people believe them, whether they're even accurate statistics or not. Well, I don't know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt. I'll need another double shot of something 90 proof. I got too much to think about. Too much to think about. Too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, Lord, it's too much to think about. You know, 70% of everything you learned in college is something you're not gonna need. Because 84% of everything you bought, you got that just to satisfy your greed. Because you know that 96% of the wealthiest population drink to an alarming excess. Even though 97% of the wealthiest 1% of this population drinks to mess that up. Too much to think about, too much to figure out. I stuck between hope and doubt, Lord, too much to think about. They say 6% of all statisticians truly hate their job. And the average bank robber lives within about 20 miles of the bank that he robs. There's a little bank not so far from here. I've been watching it now for a while. It seems like lately all that I can think about is how bad I want to go out and stop. There's too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, Lord, too much to think about, Lord.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
About 3 weeks after collapsing on the field in Cincinnati, he went into cardiac arrest, needed to be resuscitated on the field in the first quarter. The teams meet in Buffalo on Sunday in the AFC divisional round of the playoffs. And for the first time in 13 years, neither Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers reached the divisional round of the playoffs. The NFL still, though, has plenty of exciting football this weekend featuring Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, and many other stars. And speaking of Patrick Mahomes, he's never failed to reach the AFC Championship game in 4 years as an NFL starting quarterback. To make it 5 straight, he'll have to lead the Chiefs past the Jaguars in Kansas City on Saturday. NBA winners last night: Washington, Atlanta, Miami, Memphis, Oklahoma City, Charlotte, Utah, Denver, and Sacramento. Top 25 college basketball: DePaul upsets number 8 Xavier 73-72. Number 10, Virginia. Number 16, Auburn. Number 20, Marquette, all win. West Virginia upset number 14, TCU. Seton Hall beat number 15, UConn. And Missouri upset number 25, Arkansas. And in the NHL, Boston, Colorado, Tampa Bay, and San Jose skate to wins in regulation. And Ottawa wins in overtime, beating the Penguins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Roger Naylor is our guest from the Ohio Valley.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. Is your wife a cop?
Yeah, it's not the traditional job like we were talking about. I mean, it is very, very romantic. We met at a Dunkin' Donuts. So. She hates that joke.
I'll bet she does.
It is a weird job for a woman to have, but it has its advantages. I mean, what other job can you think of where the woman comes home every single night with handcuffs? So
sure,
we got a little game we like to play called Held for Questioning. On the downside, my wife carries a gun.
Oh, good point.
Which makes PMS a whole different ball game at my house. Our toilet seat stays down. I take no chances. I pee in the tub or out in the yard. I don't even mess with it.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, my wife is a cop. It's very weird being in bed with a cop. Do you know how embarrassing it is to be in the middle of making love to your wife and all of a sudden you hear, "What's your hurry, pal?" Do you know why I stopped you? Do you know how fast you were going? I gotta wear a radar detector on my wiener. It's a fuzz buster. Bravo!
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
95.com right now.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the news desk, it's Christy Lee.
Hi.
In the performance room, it's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Chicky.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thought we could segue into a little song from Pat.
Yes, let's.
We had a news story about the television show Friends. And you may recall that for some reason they are releasing their own creamer to add to, I guess, your coffee.
International Delights,
What was the reason that they're doing this now? Do you remember?
No, people are still big fans of Friends.
Yeah, finding a whole new audience, isn't it?
Right.
The Friends-themed coffee creamer, I guess it'll have the Central Perk logo on it, and the Manhattan Hazelnut Mocha creamer is, of course, inspired by the Manhattan Mocha coffee prominent on the program. Pat, you said you have a tribute to this? I was unclear on this.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. This is, I'm not sure what other shows have had food spin-offs. Are you aware of any? Are there?
Yeah. There was the Kool-Aid to catch a predator berry. Recalled after a while.
I see.
What are you doing here? What's going on? Do you know why you're here? Who's the beer for? You ever watch those?
Oh, man.
Really brutal.
Really depressing.
Really
Yeah,
bad.
it really is sad.
They don't still do that show, do they?
No, because the guy who did it got in trouble.
Yeah, I don't like the show. I like the episode Josh was in. That was a funny one.
Yeah,
But besides
that's
that
true.
one, it's kind of sad.
Tackled me hard.
So, Pat, you have a tribute to Friends?
Yeah, the Friends Coffee Creamer. When you're tired and grumpy and you need a pick-me-up. Oh, and nothing.
No, nothing.
Oh, but coffee will put you right.
It's nice.
Thank you. Fix me a cup, please pour me some. Oh, and soon I will be myself. There's a new creamer inspired by the cast of Friends. They just call out my name, Pat Goodwin. And you know whatever Starbucks I'm in, I'll come running, oh yeah, to drink you again. Rachel, Phoebe, Chandler, and Ross, add Monica at no extra cost, and I'll sip it, hey, what's this? You've got a Friends. Oh, coffee with friends. Ain't that good, Joe? You've got a friend.
Oh. Good Joey, really.
Good Joey.
Oh, that would have really helped.
Yeah, that would have really brought it home.
Kind of a big applause break at the end. I'm getting the Joey reference in there.
The way it is half-assed.
Time now to check in with history.
January 19, today in history. Here's Tom.
This first one, I love this guy.
Yeah, who's that?
Do you remember Matthew Webb, born 1848?
Matthew Webb.
I don't.
First person to swim the English Channel.
Oh, like the BBC?
And what's really interesting...
That's an English channel.
Do you know how he died?
No,
He
how?
drowned.
Do you know where?
way.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He
The
did?
English Channel.
No.
Oh.
He died. He was advised not to try this. He tried to swim the Whirlpool Rapids at the base of Niagara Falls.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
No.
But
Well, he died doing the thing he loved.
Amazing. 1848.
Gasping for air.
But yeah, he became like a legendary figure in England, and he would tour around and do swimming exhibitions and swim rivers. And
Swimming in Niagara, and he's dodging barrels like he's playing Donkey Kong.
wow, that's just amazing to me. Wow. Birthdays today: 1943, Janis Joplin. 1946, the great Dolly Parton.
Yes.
And then 1974, Frank Caliendo.
Well, how about that?
Happy birthday, Frank.
Which I think translates, Frank Caliendo means hot dog.
What?
I think you're right.
Caliente.
Oh, that would be
So
Frank Caliente.
Oh,
Okay, sorry.
Caliente.
Very confused there for us, Frank.
On this date of 1993, the production of Toy Story begins, one of the great movies of all time.
Sure.
I hope they didn't... Did someone, Josh, do like a porno called Sex Toy Story? And
one can hope, right?
Have little sex toys that talk.
yeah, like Woody was a whole different... no,
Sure.
I sure hope not. Let's see.
Don't put me in there.
That's pretty much all.
Dark in here.
That's all the good news, I think, for this date. The rest of it's pretty sad.
There's good news today. Time now for things we learned today on the Bob and Tom Show. We want a pet yak. Mm-hmm. We're going to name him Yak Efron. He could graze next to our radio towers out in the field.
Out there in the field.
Yak Efron. 118-year-old French nun has died. She was the world's oldest woman. 24 days until Valentine's Day, give or take a day. We had Diet Coke and champagne together. It's called a Tom...
Well, no, Tom Hanks created this drink because has a diabetes part 2.
Diet cocaine.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, I preferred Tom Perignon, and it was awful. I didn't like it at all. Did anybody like it? Did you like it?
I did not like
Not
it.
particularly. It was fine.
I would drink anything else. Ms. Shannon Jones, a female acrobatic archer. She can shoot a bow and arrow with her feet.
While standing on her hands.
Yeah.
I want to see a dog driving a tractor.
Who doesn't?
Quick, fast, and in a hurry, and hopefully wearing a hat.
We have 2 tractor stories coming up tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Good tractor news.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Jess Hooker gets road rage like you wouldn't believe. She says horrible, horrible things to other drivers.
I think we should have her tape herself. I think people would love that. She's missing out on OnlyFans right now as it is.
It would be
just having her curse you out. People would love that.
A lot of.
Am I right, Josh? Isn't there a whole segment of men that would love to be cursed out by a Jess Hooker?
Oh, probably, yeah, I'm sure. They like to be berated and degraded.
Very good. We'll find out about all those things, and we certainly appreciate your attendance today. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.